If these entities were trying so hard to contact us, why would they be so cryptic? Why would they be always hiding? It doesn't make any sense. There's got to be an explanation. Nights slow, shoulders flow, my eyes twitch, my ears itch, no tips. I am licking my lips. I hear it inside. I open my eyes. I know I can hide. Something is moving. I swear it's not me. I'm open blocked. It's still penetrating. Roll back and sway. Demon away. I'm losing my life, my son and my wife. I am begging you, please. You got what I need. Oh God, you hear it again?
Oh shit, he's waking up!
Corner demons coming alive. Crawling up the walls, better open your eyes. Empty your wallet, open your ears. I got 2 big bills and a bucket of tears.
I have a successful business. I'm happy doing what I do. Next month when I get paid, it's gonna be like way low compared to what I get paid from YouTube. I am nervous. I'm too stressed out. I'm already at my wit's end. I got a million things I'm juggling to try to make happen. There's just too much going on right now in my life.
It's not my fault. I did nothing wrong. Watch me explode. I get never bomb. Try to ruin my business, but I am a success. I got a finance degree and a pile of vests. Did you see that thing that was up in the corner here?
Oh shit, he's waking up!
Corner demons coming alive. Crawling up the walls, better open your eyes. Empty your wallet, open your ears. I got 2 big bills and a bucket of tears. I am Satan Burnell. I'm changing my name to Lucifer Satan Burnell from now on.
Is it the end of days? Is it the end of the world? Is it the second coming of the son of Satan?
Satan has come for me!
Summon demon.
Satan, hail Satan, coming for you, Sister Catherine.
Heal thyself, hail Satan, loving tonight.
Satan is evil.
Satan worship, one side looking for God, one side looking for Satan flashing.
Yes!
Your dad is Satan.
Satan. Kill him! Kill the demon! Rip its head off! Shove it up its ass! In the corner!
Satan lives in her pussy.
Here it is, demon child, on the floor.
Burn in hell, Burnell. Now I'm gonna burn in hell for the rest of eternity.
$13,000. AG Almighty 8 gang, pull up and get your shit splat gang. Pull up, hop out and scramble your shit gang. On their computers. Baller alert. They on computers talking shit offline, they losing it. 10-year legacy on life support, now the Patreon. The mod's a bitch. I'm been goofy just to send some bits. I ain't a snitch, but 3rd out of 3rd, he ain't never call a hit. Mid-mileage and Mr. Husnar Vanilla on speed dial. My niggas wild. Can't forget Theo when he the golden child. Who else around? Kicking swaggins and DSP on some goofy shit. KG a bitch. Trips to Japan, he get finesse by a chick. He a trick. I just made a brand new socket. What we do, huh? We just trolled a brand new op, bitch. AG Almighty 8 gang, what up? Get your shit scramble, gang. You can't get played like Rambo, Howard of the pack. Your girl a snack. She go get swipe right to see how you react. DSP is how you don't play. He failing games every day. Buying fast food with the tips is why he gaining weight. We troll a chiller, socks is real, man, it's been the drill. Subcon went up a few days ago, bro, you know that ain't real. The streams ain't chill, you yawn and complain about your bills. Cackle be gon' damn near every night, you need some gin for real. You diss Ninja, PewDiePie, and Almighty. What the fuck? How you go feel when them Twitch cops not on your side? That ass bang. Kicking the furries, sweaties do sweet just like some McFlurries. Check put on sub, only mode the moms don't have to worry. Do them dirty. X pull up with the shit, they get super nervous. What's the purpose? Praise be his name, Almighty at your service. Pull up, they log in, what's up? No tips, no bits, they talk tough. Let me change up the style. Hey, game we go wild. Hey, what? We hooligans, coolin' and bullin' and buck next, we up now. Ha! Hey, game we go wild. Hey, what? We hooligans, coolin' and bullin' and buck next, we up now. Hey, shout out to Susan and big ups to Porsche for holding it down. Hey, niggas out here trolling with a couple grand? What the fuck? To me, that sound like you a fucking fan. Hey, do them dirty. X pull up with the shit, they get super nervous. What's the purpose? Praise be his name, Almighty at your service. Praise be.
It's Tevin's fault. Do a begathon or tip me and do this and do that. We're not doing that. It's business as usual here on DSP Gaming. We play games, we have fun. If you guys like it, you support it. The week is going slow. Tough through it. So how are you doing? This is how I'm doing. Tips very low now. But I've noticed tips very low right now. The week is going slow. It gets to me. My life is ruined. This is how I'm doing. And losers out there who thinks that they know shit, kiss my fucking ass and eat my right now. A full podcast booked. Full gameplay streams booked. Everything's booked. Everything's booked. Can't do anything crazy. And I don't even have enough to buy groceries. It sucks. The week is going slow. Tough through it. So how are you doing? This is how I'm doing. Tips very low now. But I've noticed tips very low right now. The week is going slow. It gets to me. My life is ruined. This is how I'm doing. And losers out there who thinks that they know shit, kiss my fucking ass and eat my right now. So how are you doing? This is how I'm doing. So how are you doing? This is how I'm doing. So how are you doing? This is how I'm doing. So how are you doing? This is how I'm doing.
Team, I hope you guys had a great new year. I know the guy is suffering and seething on a daily basis at this point, literally comparing himself to Jesus Christ, I guess. That's robust and meaningful. Wow, that kind of looks like shit. Everyone's name is like super shortened. Now I know. Thank you all for chatting and letting me know. I hope you enjoy the robust and meaningful style template today. I'm playing more Final Fantasy VII. Okay, it's made my week pretty cool playing games. I enjoyed my New Year's with my wife. Okay, unlike some people who were living the best life and I guess playing RimWorld late into the evening. I can't say I haven't been there before, but I didn't live with my wife then, so there you go. We will be looking at a very, very short amount of RimWorld today, because I'm going to be honest, watching what should have been a 15-minute tutorial turn into a hour and a half worth of gameplay was honestly very infuriating. It sucked really bad, and it is the prime example of why DSP has no no business playing games like that whatsoever. They're just really not his speed. And he even literally asked for hand holding, but we're going to get there. We're going to get there. There's an abundance of clips because I don't know if you guys saw, but DSP has been complaining, crying, bitching, moaning, all of it for the entire week. Fucking small. Fuck is that? Everything's fucked. Everything's cooked. It's a shame. I'll see if I can fix it. Anyway, before we get into that, I guess I have to fix it now. I don't even know. Hang on. Give me 1 second. Give me actually 1 second, because I think I totally forgot to add it in general. Maybe that's why it looked like trash. Hang on. It's not dead air. We're chatting. We're having fun. Okay. I specifically made a bunch of stupid, we'll call them assets for this goddamn layout, and then I didn't see any of them on the actual stream here. So let's try that again. Let me run it back. Thank you to that's not the thing. There we go. Hey, that looks better. It's not perfect, but it looks better. So thank you so much to Poper Lives 34 for the 2 saying Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. I really appreciate it. Dune Messiah with the 5. Thank you so much. Saying for the template. Will you give a review of the game when you are done? Now, I shouldn't say this, but I had thought about it, and I even started one, and you'll never see it. It'll be lost to the ether and probably never finished. But I am flexing my brain muscles working on one for nobody. I'm just staying busy, okay? If it ever exists, I'll send you a link and you can all laugh at it. How about that? I'll make you the promise there. New style content to never exist. I've got 7 minutes worth of a video done. It's very cool, I promise. Thank you for the 5. And Shades Are Gucci for the 2, saying not counting WWE champions. What game is DSP's speed? You know, my wife asked me this the other day when I was joking about him rage quitting a bunch of games. I was trying to figure out what games he actually does well at and people enjoy seeing him play, and I could really only come up with Pokemon. That was actually about it. You guys are saying Bug Snacks. Bug Snacks is a good answer. Telltale games, yeah, walking simulators like that. Power Wash Simulator, I think, was his speed. In that you don't really do anything except walk around and point the mouse. That's really that's probably it. He claims to be really good at, or really enjoy rather, these classic JRPG style games, but he's just so dog shit at them and not entertaining that I don't believe that myself. So I guess my final answer is, yeah, walking sim style games. He loved Blueprints, but wasn't very good at it. He was having chat handhold, so that doesn't count. XJS, thank you so much for the 10, Ron, saying have a good year, Skeleton Man. Well, I appreciate your 10, Ron. Big ups, XJS. I hope you have a good year too. But we are getting into the infinite bitching now. Now we're gonna watch the guy. That's what we're here for. And he complained about just about every game that he played this week. It didn't matter whether it was Claire Obscure or Mega Bonk, if you can believe we even played that this week. It seems like so long ago, because we also complained about Tainted Grail, Power Wash Sim, and Call of Duty, and we even complained about RimWorld. Spoiler, he doesn't even really like the fucking game. I'll be honest with you. You could tell this is definitely one of those, as long as I'm making money and the chat is handholding, I'll keep playing it style games. So, like I said, abundance of clips to look at. Of course, starting with the earliest on Sunday. This is how far back we were bitching. With Claire Obscure, which, surprise, surprise, is just not going well. I don't know why he got it into his mind that with the new Asmongold bump, the Asmongold style audience, that they were going to be really interested in Claire Obscure, and he was going to be able to bring it back and make the kind of money that he wants to make off of it. I don't know how he ever got that in his head. Anybody from any walk of life could have seen that that was just not going to be the case. And it really does ultimately come down to the fact that he's just fucking boring to watch. He can blame it on the audience and say that they're not engaging with him, that they're not coming up with topics for him to talk about. But it really, like, it's not their job to do that. It really does come down to him. He has to be the one that's entertaining, and he's just not capable of doing it. It's probably really loud. My bad.
Do it again.
Void, take everything.
Stack that flame.
I'm kind of fucking with this tune, though. I'm not gonna lie. I like the music here.
You can't leave us yet. Okay.
The music should not be the best part of your gameplay stream. If you're relying solely on the most entertaining aspect being the in-game music, there's definitely a problem. I don't know if his audience has communicated this to him, but if I do it, he's never gonna listen.
Oh, he did a totally new attack. Damn it, I did better the first time. He did all totally new attacks I've never seen before. How's he doing? He's running. Boombox, thanks for $5. He says, anyone needs to hear forgive your parents and move on? Yeah, you know, I'll say this. When I was younger, all right, my parents and I didn't see eye to eye on a lot, to be honest. Like, it felt like we were completely different people. We didn't agree on much at all. But what happens is over time, you realize that a lot of that stuff just doesn't matter. That your parents likely did the best that they could for you with what they had. And, you know, harboring resentment towards someone like your parents just doesn't make sense, especially as you're getting older. Like, I really don't give a shit about anything from my past, that, you know, with my parents at all anymore.
Well, I think that's pretty weird to say that you don't give a shit about anything from your past is kind of a wild statement in and of itself. But I hate these fucking segments where the guy thinks that he's giving some sage advice. He's giving, you know, some sort of esoteric wisdom that only elderly style people can give you. I feel like this is the kind of coming to grips that you do in your, like, I would argue in your 20s, even as an older style soul, I've been called. But even people in their late 20s, even their early 30s, if you're a late bloomer style. But to be talking this way in your 40s and pretending as though you're telling people something they've never heard, I think is really, really cringe. I'm not gonna lie. Especially when you know that a lot of what DSP, a lot of his issues with his parents when he was younger really just comes down to him being a shitter. Like, it wasn't that they were very controlling in any way that any other parents really weren't, but he makes it sound as though they were, like, completely on different ends of the spectrum, when all it really boiled down to was they wanted him to do well in school and to not be out late playing video games at the arcade, which I think is totally reasonable and not any real issue there. Like, there was just drama to be drama because he was being a shitter. He was being a brat. Yeah, the Wolverine toy is arguably, sorry, it was arguably the biggest issue he ever took with them, I guess. And that's crazy to say that a toy when you're an adolescent is the pinnacle of drama, but whatever. Thank you, Joseph Moy, for the $5 down under dollars. I appreciate it. Saying this sad, pathetic speech should have been left for the mirror. Absolutely, absolutely. It just comes off as cringe. It's. I want to say virtue signally, but that's not exactly the way I'd call it either. We could just go with cringe first and foremost.
I'm just happy to still have them in my life and to be able to talk with them and share with them, and you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people don't have that, and I feel lucky and blessed. So, yeah, I agree with Boombox here. There's absolutely no reason to really hold grudges, you know? Okay. Let's like.
Yeah, and thank you for pointing that out, Penitent Sin. It is difficult to hold grudges against somebody that's not in your life anymore. And, like, I know he claims to call his parents once a week, but he doesn't see them. He doesn't really, like, talk to them or engage with them and on any real basis, like you would if you actually seen your parents or cared about what they were doing. Dad, quit sending me fucking fish. But yeah, it's hard to hold a grudge on people that you don't talk to because it does become something of the past in which, like he said, he can just not care about it and forget it because it's irrelevant now. Thank you, Infamous KS, for the 7 months, saying we are so back that he is begging just as bad, if not worse, than before Asmon. Welcome home. Also, Jade has holes in his head. You know, as each day passes, I believe that more and more. Jade might be more dented than I thought previously, and it makes me sad to see. It really does. Thank you, Infamous KS, for the 7 months.
The like helps a ton for engagement. Please consider subscribing to DSP Gaming if you're not on YouTube.
Please.
Follow the channel on YouTube. Follow it on Kick if you can. If you'd like to support and go above and beyond today, hey, memberships, gifted memberships, or super chats on YouTube, all amazing. Kicks or gifted subs or subs on Kick, all amazing. Or
17 years on this
PayPal
platform.
would be great. Use the
Still got to tell people to subscribe.
Tip.
Still got to tell them to hit
we
the
have
like button.
0 contributions on Kick today. 0. Not a single sub. Not a single gifted sub. No kicks. In fact, all of the contributions this week, except for 1 on Kick so far, are troll contributions. So it sure would be great.
I thought that's what the platform was for. I thought that Kick was a way to quarantine all of the trolls into one area. And you'll see this week we're getting really irritated with Kick. Those people over there, I think he even called them like demonic or something just yesterday. Pretty wild, if you ask me.
For the people that are over on Kick enjoying, if they could support the stream, that would be nice of you. All right? Okay? I mean, you'll literally be the first real person to support if you support right now. Okay. Any chance of doing another playthrough of Donkey Kong 64 when it...
No. What a dumb fucking question. Get him out of here.
It sure would be great to get some support on Kick today of all the people watching over there, because there are a ton. So please consider it. Maybe some kicks or a sub or a gifted sub would be great. Thank you for watching. Okay. Supported the stream so far by giving it a like on YouTube. If you haven't yet, please give it a like.
Just
for
infinite
engagement.
begging.
It helps.
Every opportunity that we get to beg, to ask for, again, even likes. Like we're begging for likes again, people. No bubble blow, but still begging for likes. That's how far we've fallen. I remember just a few weeks ago when we were, jumping with joy at the fact that we weren't acting as a carnival barker and requesting money and begging all the time. Now we're begging for free shit.
And if you'd like to support the stream in any way, it would be great. Super chats, memberships, kicks, subs, or tips, all appreciated. Particularly, kick support so far this week has been almost non-existent. All we had today was 500 kicks. That's it. It would be great if people watching on Kicks could support in some way if they're liking the content. Okay? Okay. Find anything else? I know people aren't really talking much in the chat for this game. It sucks because I said I wanted to bring this game back. I wanted to do this content that we all missed, and everyone agreed, let's do it. I brought it back. Now we've had it for a couple of weeks. I understand I didn't play this for like 10 days, but now we're back. Today, I don't know what happened. People didn't show up. People did support. Don't get me wrong.
I like that he brings up, I know that I haven't played it in 10 days, as though there's other content creators that can't go 10 days without playing a video game, and then all of a sudden, the interest in support has completely gone away. This is an exclusive DSP problem. I've never seen any other full-time content creator struggle so much with audience retention. I've never seen it this bad. And it's not just because I watch DSP. There's a lot of other content creators that I watch. To tell you the truth, I was just a few minutes ago watching a fella polish a ball into a shiny surface. I forget what the name of it was. Like Katmisu Doradongo or something like that. I seen it. That guy had like 1 million views. Not the guy though. Thank you, Melee, May Sit, or May Stand for the 5. I really appreciate it. Saying here for chill, hangout, human interactions where we enjoy each other's company. Things an alien or antisocial hermit would say to appear human. Absolutely. And it's the only way that he can actually advertise his streams, because there's nothing else going on other than just sitting here and hanging out. That's all that happens here. And I struggle to call it even hanging out when he has so little to talk about. He's so uninteresting in every topic that he entertains. If I was hanging out, in real life, I would leave. If somebody is this boring to talk to, you just get up and go. Thank you, Wesley, for the 21 months, digging the new layout every week. Well, it's not every week, but I try to incorporate you guys into the games that I play. And lately it's been Final Fantasy VII. I'm really enjoying it. I'm delightfully surprised at enjoying it, to be honest. I'm not usually a Japanese style enjoyer, but I think they did something there. They were cooking in that kitchen. Thank you, I am Joe Dub, for the 5, saying, now guys, please like the stream. I'm about to private as soon as I finish. Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. It's incredibly fucking stupid. You're right. I always forget that's the way that he works, and therefore the likes mean absolutely nothing.
But basically, no one's paying attention to the game. I'm asking questions. No one's really talking to me about the game besides maybe 1 or 2 people. So I feel like I'm playing by myself, and that's not what I stream for. So it is disappointing. I'm going to be honest. I don't know what happened. People said they wanted this game. Originally, they were showing up for it, and now they're not. So I don't know. It sucks. I want to keep going. I want to see all the content, but apparently people just don't want to show up for this game. I don't know what else to say. So I guess we're just going to leave because I don't know what else to do here. Like, I'm literally just sitting here asking, so is there something in here? Should I be doing? No answer. No one engaging. No one answering. Okay. I guess I'm playing.
And that's the kind of engagement that he's looking for, though. Again, he's not looking for... I have to resize that eventually. He's not looking for interesting topics. He's not looking, for anything that's going to entertain. He's looking for people to handhold him. That's the kind of chat engagement that he's looking for. That's not going to draw the people in, and it's most definitely not going to make people give you money. And which is, by the way, is what he wants. He wants to make people give him money. Let's not get it twisted. He's not asking, he's demanding. Thank you, Demi Fiend, for the 2, saying thanks for your content. Highlight of last year. Oh fuck. Oh man, I really can't even point to something. I feel like time is so convoluted on some Dark Souls type shit when it comes to the guy. I genuinely forget how long ago things happened. I'd have to have like a list in front of me. I would have to have ALT curate me a list or something, and I would have to pick then. I'll try and think.
Playing it for myself then. I don't know what else to say.
Big ol' sip. Prime time to interact with the chat.
We're
here,
literally
say
back
something
down to the
interesting.
viewership for this game that I had
Still
when I played
bitching.
it earlier in the year.
Yeah, king snaking is probably the correct answer. The end of the Kino arc. I finally started watching Kino Casino again and enjoying it as the arc ended. DSP's absolutely insane and inane ramblings of the King Snake stream, including RTU. That's pretty peak.
Seriously.
I don't know how you beat that.
175 viewers. I don't know how many we have on Kick, but no one talking about the game. So yeah, I guess we're gonna have to talk about it. I want to play this game. I like it, but it's also not just about support. It's about people showing up and hanging out and playing when I'm playing the game, and no one did today.
But that's not the way his streams ran for years.
It legit is. Like, I'm actually upset that we were having fun with this game, and I had a holiday break for Christmas, and now I come back to it and no one's here. Like, what happened?
He's made his entire streams revolve around the amount of money he receives for literal years. This is the way that they were designed and curated. To be upset about audience attendance now as a metric as well as money seems kind of like a slap in the face of all the whales, if you ask me, which they deserve, don't get me wrong, but it's a little disrespectful when they pay his bills the way that they do. They fund what I like to call his sinful lifestyle.
Flashing through the sky.
Nothing there. All right, now is
a guy with long hair pointing out that he told Wings that he worries too much about views. Yeah, and then he immediately flipped on that himself. Giving terrible advice to somebody and then doing the exact opposite is fucking wild.
attendance. It's not even support today has been great, but it's not just about support. It's about people actually showing up and engaging with the content. To be honest, there's about 3 or 4 people in YouTube chat talking about the game. There's literally no one all day in Kick chat talking about the game.
It really
So
never
kick,
is.
That's
That's
probably why
not
we
a
have,
surprise.
like no kick support at all besides 500 kicks today. And YouTube chat, again, it's kind of dead all day. That sucks. My hope was that I would bring this game back and people would be engaged and like it. It sadly isn't really materializing. I do appreciate the support, and I want you to understand I'm not complaining in that regard, but I am streaming for an audience, and I was hoping to get a bigger audience for the game, bringing it back because people wanted it, and here we are.
But
3
they
streams
didn't
in,
want it.
and
Like, this was his idea from the jump, and a lot of them placate. I want to say a lot, but it really wasn't even that many. You know how his chat moves. It was his idea, and some of them placated the idea simply so that he would feel better because it's something that he wanted to do and maybe potentially would have passion for. To put all of the problems onto the chat is crazy.
and already it's dead. That's not cool. I mean, I'm gonna have to start talking about this in my vlogs, so people understand
have
that.
to start
I
talking
want to
about
do
this in the
and
vlogs,
play
you
it 'cause
guys.
I like it, but I need people to actually show up.
Also, calling it a vlog instead of a pre-stream or podcast.
Brandy says, I found your stream for the asthma interview after a couple of streams. This is insufferable.
Bro.
The interview is an act. I wish you the best. I hope you find peace. What is insufferable? Me playing Expedition 33?
Yes.
What a stupid thing to say. You realize that in life,
And you see, he immediately just shuts it down. He's not inquiring immediately about it. I mean, he does after he shuts it down and insults everybody, but immediately shuts it down. That's the stupidest thing to say. Fuck you. You know, your worldview is completely irrelevant to the way that I live my life. Da 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 da. Absolutely, yes. Butthurt. Instantly butthurt. Thank you, the pasta maker, for the 5. Saying not enough support or viewership. Time for your punishment. Tomorrow's podcast topics gone. Get ready because we have to talk about it. Absolutely, which only furthers the cycle, only digs the hole deeper. This grave that we've been digging for 17 years is gonna go to the center of the fucking earth at this point. I wonder when we're hopping in. Thank you, Deposit Maker, for the 5. And Stratman 1981 for the 23 months, saying motherfucker is insufferable for fuck's sake. Much love, Atlas. Well, I appreciate your 23 months and spitting facts. Big ups.
you have to justify things you say, right? You don't just say things like that and then not back them up. Like, you actually have to, like, give justification. Exactly.
He's owed no
What a
justification,
toxic
by the way.
thing to say.
Absolutely not.
On a chill stream where all I'm doing is playing an RPG. Like, what are you talking about?
I demand you explain yourself, you
Who knows?
fucking peon.
I see an item down there now. That
You're
wasn't there
watching my
before.
content. I'm the streamer.
How do I get down there? Oh, there's a hidden item.
And then he's doing the super blind man fucking commentary, expecting people to interact with it. I don't understand how he could have that expectation. That's crazy.
So for the record, the guy who insulted me never said another word, of course. He said, you can't just insult someone. You have to justify things you say
No, you don't.
in light, you know? I guess some people don't know that.
Should go watch
They
somebody
legit
else.
think they
He
can
should have
just say
left
whatever
that.
they want, and they don't have to justify anything, probably because they've been taught that by society, which is completely incorrect.
Oh,
But
okay.
I gave
These
the guy a
damn
chance
kids.
to elaborate on what he was saying, and he
Grandpa
said nothing. He's been dead
DSP.
quiet. So, there you go.
These fucking kids and their entitlement. They don't know
Listen,
how
you don't
life
like me,
works.
you don't like my content. You don't have to, but at least tell me what's wrong. How can I ever improve? Dark Magus says, I 100% was with the Indie Game Awards until I heard it was only one placeholder texture and the dev found out and removed it. The problem is AI and art is being used as a replacement using stolen art and not a tool to help artists. Exactly. Nicholas, thank you. It was Nicholas
right,
who
great
told me
take,
to,
DSP,
how to
exactly.
find that final flag. Thank you, Nicholas. Randy basically was being nasty in the chat. He's like, oh, I came over from Asmongold, but man, it was all
And he was he was given a topic to actually talk about. Not that anybody really wants to talk about AI art in video games. I would say the vast majority of people are not for it. They are anti-AI art in their fucking video games. But instead of talking about that and turning it into a different topic, a wider conversation that people can get involved in, he instantly wants to go back to talking about some negative, toxic element that was in his chat. Like fucking, what, 10 minutes ago at this point? This is what he wants to talk about. This is what he wants to make the stream about. Yes, rent-free, ESP Sparrow, exactly.
Oh, lies, and I don't like you. And I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, can you explain? So he's in the chat, oh, I'm too focused on income and contributions, and I should just be about the game. It would be cool. You do realize today, I think I mentioned income maybe a grand total of maybe 3 or 4 times over the course of like a 5 to 6 hour stream. Okay?
Okay.
I said right off the bat, my disappointment with today's stream is that we didn't get enough people. The support has been great. I'm not disappointed whatsoever in the support of this stream. I'm sad that we didn't get enough viewers.
What are we
we
sitting
didn't get
at?
enough people who were engaged.
I gotta wait for the whole fucking banner
like when
to
I
pass.
stream, I'm
Sorry.
trying to stream for a decent audience.
Oh.
Originally,
And this stream is immediately thrown out the window because our fucking top tip is Lisa Lou for $50. So now I can't even use the DSP metric of whether or not the stream is doing good because fucking OIC's wailed out and completely skewed the fucking metrics. Great, awesome, perfect, fantastic.
when we started streaming this about a month ago, people were coming in droves. We had double the attendance. Now the attendance is down to 144 people on YouTube, and I have no idea how many we have on Kick. That's not good. That's
you're
disappointing.
spazzing out,
That's
bro.
my concern. Income has nothing to do with it. So literally, here's what I
Is
think.
it
the problem is.
$200 for
People
my
go
audio styles?
and listen to all the nasty stuff about me,
All
and then they come
this
to the stream
bitching.
and they complain about it.
Imagine complaining about work after you've made $200 over the course of like 3 hours. I just feel like that's a level of entitlement that most people couldn't even imagine. You just shut up and play your fucking game, bro. You're living the high life according to himself. He tells us all the time.
Did you actually sit on the stream? Were you actually here watching? Like, what you're saying literally didn't even happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't even happen at all. He says, you have moved from saying support to attendance. Do you not understand the difference? When I say support, I mean people actually, like, financially supporting the stream. Like someone throwing a super chat or a membership or a sub. When I say attendance, I mean actual attendance, like people being here. Like,
Right.
I want to warrant the fact that I just spent 4 hours playing this game, doing the optional super bosses, optional dungeons. I want to make sure there's an audience for it. Just because a few people came by and threw some money, and I appreciate that because that's what keeps me afloat, that doesn't mean that in general my audience is into the game, and that's disappointing because people had convinced me to play it again. You know, I love this game. I played it earlier in the year. I think
love
it's
this.
amazing, but I am sad that now it looks like people don't care again. Like, this is the
Okay, but
second time now.
What about the 140 people that are actively sitting here right now and are watching you play the game and have given you $200 fucking dollars? What about those people? We're just going to throw those people under the bus and say they don't matter? We need more than that? Well, how many more is enough, DSP? How many people have to be on the stream before we stop crying about it? I mean, it's a genuine question.
This is happening.
Also, I just changed the
So what I'll
alert.
do,
Maybe that'll do something.
Vlogs,
I don't know.
in hangout sessions, I'll mention
Oh,
it.
speaking of alerts, my bad. Skull, Master of Skulls, for the 2, I really appreciate it. Saying, hot take, DSP is on Ozempic, not Cat. The jowls. I don't know anything about people that are on Ozempic other than that they inevitably look ugly as fuck. That's all I know about people on Ozempic. I'm not rich enough to have any experience myself. Not that I need it. I would look like a fucking ghoul if I was on Ozempic, but I'll believe you if that's true. You guys let me know in chat. Is he on Ozempic? You think he's got those sweet diabetes medications?
See if we can drum up more attendance for the game, because I like the game, and
He
it
has
is back.
always
like,
had
it's back
those
in the
jowls.
rotation now. I know it was gone for a week and a half, but it's back, and I want to enjoy it, and I want
That
to
looks
hang out
even
with you
worse.
guys when I play it.
Fuck.
I don't want it to feel like I'm just playing it for me, you know? Okay. All right, well, guys, that's it for Expedition 33. Okay. Overall, guys, I like the stream, and again, I had a great time with the game. Just, yeah, I want to stream to a bigger audience than 150 people on YouTube. I don't know how many we had on Kick, but typically when we play this game, it seems like the attendance is like way down, and that is disappointing.
Again,
You know,
what
you
is
gotta
the number
understand
we're
my
looking
perspective.
for?
I'm streaming for basically an audience who wants to hang out with me, and I get that. But like even today, it seems like it was very slow. So
140 people at least the entire time. But apparently that's not enough of an audience. There's not enough people here to be hanging out. If I had 150 people, I guess I do. We're hanging out right now. So if I have 150 people coming to hang out with me, I'd feel like the fucking king of the world. but not DSP. Thank you, Ramen Brahman, for the 5, saying he will say support and engagement, so when people call him out for begging, he can fall back and say he was talking about engagement and not money. I could see that. That's the endless DSP word games that he loves to play, those semantics that he always loves to fall back on. I believe it. It's a tactic. And thank you, I am Joe Dub, for the 2, saying Phil's going to make them clock in soon. LOL. That would be Kino. DSP should be asking his whales and his fans to clock in so we can keep track of them on a spreadsheet or something crazy. You know, he's got that command center now. He should spend the time to set that up. That would be a robust streaming system I'd love to see.
All right, guys. Well, that is it for this stream. Let's
Thank
get
you for the
everything set
2.
up for
I
the late
appreciate
stream
it.
here. Here we are. Okay.
All right. Nice dead air, bro. Oh, it's over. I looked at the chat and it ended. So that was the robust and meaningful style gameplay. And obviously DSP was not satisfied with this whatsoever, because he then went on to complain about the gameplay later and re-explain himself and how it actually wasn't about the money, you guys. It was purely about the attendance. Thank you, NWO News, for the 2, saying every resurgence, he loses a part of his core self. He's wasting away, having his soul sucked right out of his system by YouTube and this endless grind that he's put himself on. Almost like he's hitched his wagon to a cart that he just can't keep up with. Thank you for the 2. Big ups, Yosaru, for becoming a member of the 60 Skulls. I appreciate it, brother. Big ups. Bare your butts.
My problem with the Expedition 33 streams is not support at all. My problem is that we don't have enough people watching.
Oh, now I get it.
Yes, I'm serious. So
Serious,
basically
guys.
for Expedition 33 now, we have people coming by and saying, yes, I want that. I like the game. Thanks for playing it and supporting the stream financially. They're doing super chats. They're doing memberships. They're doing tips at the light. The problem is I just can't get enough people to show up. We only had around 150 people on YouTube, and I want to say we had around 80 on Kick. I was disappointed, when we brought back.
Well, right now, during this rant into the evening, he has 42 people. So I bet if he looked at that, he'd probably be clamoring for those 140 back. Just a thought here. 42 is a crazy pull for a 200,000 sub channel on YouTube. I think you Shinny 161 for becoming a member of the 60 Goals. Big ups. That play? That's supposed to have a different thing. This layout's fucked. It's twisted. It's fucked. Man. Man, oh man. No, it's literally not playing. You got scammed. I'll fix it. I'll fix it.
Early,
Let the guy
December,
play.
We had around 300 on YouTube or more, and we had even more than that on Kick, and now that has dwindled.
Okay. All right.
Pretty loud. Let's go to the next song.
Oh, okay. Sorry, we're
loud.
playing with
Okay.
the music. This is a really useful addition to the stream, of course. Okay, there's Yosaru's, and that Shinny's should be coming up after. I fixed it, and that one doesn't look half bad. So, big ups Zom G for the 20 knocks, saying begging is so back. Welcome home, DSP. It's a miracle we ever left the house to begin with, in all honesty.
So yeah,
That's why we had to spend all of our money immediately.
That people aren't showing up and supporting the game because they want it to continue. My problem is we just don't have a lot of viewership for it, like at all, and it's disappointing because again, game of the year, game that I absolutely loved earlier this year, game that I had to quit on because we just couldn't get enough people originally, and now it seems to be happening again. You know?
Right.
So,
Which
I
everyone
guess
could
we'll
have seen
see how
coming.
it happens, how it works.
It's pretty
Moving forward,
self-evident.
I am doing it again. I think I want to say Wednesday. I want to keep it in the rotation. I love the game. Like, I really want to keep going, but I need people to actually show up to the streams, or else what's the point of me streaming it? Right? Why am I streaming a game to a public audience if the public audience is saying we don't want to show up for that game? We'll show up for other stuff. I don't know. So, the way I see it, I'll talk about it for a couple of days. And we'll see how it goes. We'll see if we can get more people to show up to the next stream. If we keep ending up with lower and lower numbers, I don't even know if I can keep going. It sucks. Like, I've done, 3 streams? And we're doing good. Like, every time we're making progress. There was only one thing we've run into so far we didn't beat. That was the dragon boss. I know.
Okay, but what is the progress we're making, by the way? Like, I know we're beating super bosses and end game dungeons, but like, what is actually the end goal here? Are we like learning anything new? Is there like some sort of lore that we're uncovering, or are we just playing games to play games? Not that there's anything wrong with that. If you enjoy playing a game, you should be, playing it, obviously. But he says we're making good progress, like there's some sort of end goal. It's kind of like I seen him playing Call of Duty yesterday, and he was doing the daily challenges, but he was at the max rank and wasn't going to prestige. So I was just kind of, I was kind of confused as to why we were playing in weird ways that weren't making us have fun for no reason. I didn't really understand that. Thank you, Urban Style Individual, for the 2, saying he bored people away. The rest he introduced to us. I'm dented on the last half, but he did bore people away. That's absolutely true. Every time I listen to fucking Expedition 33 gameplay, and as an audio style, it's completely unenjoyable inherently. But even if you watch it, there's really not, the visuals don't aid in any aspect. Thank you, NWO News, for the 2, saying Asmon said to play. DSP saw $signs. Well, Asmongold wasn't going to be the one paying. His DSP's fans were, and they already didn't want to pay for the fucking game.
When we go back to it, we'll beat it. But we're doing all the other content now. We're doing optional dungeons,
Urban
super
Style
bosses,
Individual saying the rest were introduced to us as detractors. They became detractors. I got you. My bad. I am dented. I'm too slow.
New pick, though.
My bad. It's true.
New weapons,
it's
upgrades,
true.
Levels. This is great. We're doing all the stuff I couldn't do.
This is the exact type of bitching that does create trolls and haters. It's absolutely
I guess
factual.
We'll see what happens later this week. Well, Max Power, you say that. He says, basically, play whatever you enjoy, regardless of the viewers, because the viewers will watch later eventually. Not really. Claire Obscure, like, for example.
I see. Max Power was doing some fucked up grammar. DSP can decode Jade actual nonsense babble. But if you fuck up one word in your normal style chat, DSP acts as though you've written it in a foreign language. He has to like decode or something.
Obscure. I finished it in June, right? When we resumed the playthrough earlier this month, I went back. The final parts of the playthrough have like 300 views. No one went back and watched the end of the game. No one. Like, it was just, it's sad. I don't know.
It's sad.
I feel
People
like
are crying.
There's certain games that
They're
I just
distraught.
cannot retain an audience for, and these lengthy JRPGs are most definitely one of those games. And this makes me worry because, like, already people are saying, well, are you going to play Dragon Quest VII Remake in February with the new modern graphics? Will you go back and play Metaphor? I don't think so. How could I? People haven't really picked up Expedition 33 since we all agreed that we were going to do it. They're not showing up.
He already experienced the story, though. Like, for a lot of people, the story in these JRPGs is the main focus, as far as I know. When you play Metaphor for the first time, they're going to be introduced to a new story, new characters, new setting, maybe even some new mechanics that they haven't seen before. I haven't played the game myself, but I can only assume it does something unique as opposed to Persona. And same thing with Dragon Quest. Like, it'll be an introduction to people who have never seen Dragon Quest before, potentially in a more palatable way because it's more modernized. I don't know why I broke it up like that, but you get what I'm saying. going back to Expedition 33, a game that people have already experienced, already know the story of, and have probably already seen other content creators play the end game of. I don't know who he thought this was going to be enticing to.
I don't know what to tell you. But I'm not going to give up on it. I love the game. I want to play it again. Like I said, this is not a complaint about financial contributions in any way. Things have been amazing. Like, I'm doing really well. It's just I need people to show up for the streams too. You know, I'm not streaming for myself. So let's see what happens when I play it again, which, again, I think it's Wednesday. I think I'm playing it again.
We got to check at the schedule. Hang on, guys. We can't. We don't even know our own schedule. Or are we looking for feedback? You know, it's hard to tell sometimes. Nightbot's going apeshit in chat. If there was any feedback to be had, Nightbot's sent it away.
Okay. So what's on everyone's mind? We got about a half an hour to kill before we jump back into Mega Bonk tonight. What would you guys like to talk about? Well, that is true. Loves to spooge. What a great name. Says, I was watching earlier.
We're hating on their names?
Fight, you couldn't talk to chat. You're right. If I'm fighting an epic mega boss and I need to learn the pattern of parries in order to win, and I'm memorizing, I have to pay attention to the game like purely. You're right. At the same time, there were plenty of times when I was on the world map and I'm like, anyone got a recommendation of where to go, what I should do next? I was in a dungeon asking people. There was like 4 people talking. I'm not kidding. Like, there were 4 people in both chats who were talking about the game. No one in Kick Chat was talking about Clair Obscur at all. They were completely ignoring it, as if it wasn't even on stream. The YouTube chat had a few engaged viewers who had played the game, and they were trying to talk and help. But again, it was rare. It was only a few.
You see, and he's still looking for people that are trying to talk and help. Emphasis on the help. He wants them to tell him something about the game that he doesn't already know or isn't already doing. We're in the fucking end game, bro. You should be familiar enough with the mechanics to play it by yourself and do it in such a way that you can, it's almost second nature, that you can just do it and communicate about other things. That's typically the end state of playing video games, is that it becomes like muscle memory. You know what your game plan is. You don't need the chat to do it for you. Thank you, Dolo, for the 5, saying DSP said him and his wife didn't exchange gifts. Funny that he's had a new shirt every day since Christmas. He just doesn't get his wife gifts. I didn't even notice the new shirts. I mean, he did have that super robust and meaningful Portal style hoodie that became an entire segment, which I don't think I have, but was really dumb. I didn't even notice the shirts. It is sad that he didn't get his wife anything. I'm not going to lie. As a non-gift giver myself, not that I've never given a gift, don't get me wrong, but I don't enjoy getting gifts. Even I think that it's pretty tough to not get your wife something.
So again, I'm not really streaming for 4 people, you know?
I'm not streaming for 4 people. All right.
There is going to be year-end series, but I'm kind of between a rock and a hard place right now, and here's why. I'm going to start playing Tainted Grail tomorrow, and I'm going to do another stream of it later in the week. I really liked the intro of Tainted Grail a week ago, so I want to play more of it because, no lie, if it's as good as it seemed in the intro, I might actually consider it one of my favorite games of this year, but I don't know because I'm not far enough in yet.
Spoiler,
so
that's not going to happen.
My year-end series of my most disappointing game, like it's the least viewed thing I've done in ages. It's down to the same attendance I had when I played the game earlier this year. So that's not cool. You know, when I play a game,
that's not cool, guys. For it. It's not cool that you aren't supporting these games. And you obviously want to hang out at the cool kids table, okay? You want to be remembered as the prom king or something of the DSP stream. You want that to be you, so you should be sending me as much money as humanly possible.
To hang out and engage with the content, talk about the game, and we didn't have that earlier. We had 4 people talking about the game out of the people I had on stream. That was it. So I'm hoping that we can get more people to show up to those streams to make them viable so I can keep playing the game because I love the game and I want to keep going with it, you know? But again, I keep saying, I feel like there is a huge disconnect and always has been with myself and my audience. I love.
Yes, there has been, because your audience fucking hates you. the vast majority don't like you nor any game that you play, and you hate them. So of course there's a huge difference between the two of you, a massive rift that can never be mended. I agree. These are so, you know, sometimes DSP unknowingly spits big facts. And he'll just never realize it either. He doesn't realize it in the moment, and he won't realize it later. Thank you, Flag Chan, for the 10, saying this is how you know his wife left. He dresses like a 12-year-old. No significant other would let you appear this way, LOL. See, but I think you might be wrong. I think, like, not that I think his wife is there. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I'm Schrodinger's cat believer, I guess. But I just don't think she gave a shit about him to begin with, enough to ever make him not look like a fucking retard on stream. Like, she's always just left him to his own devices to make a fool of himself as long as he was paying the bills. So I don't know if I can draw on that as any sort of indication.
RPGs, turn-based RPGs particularly, they don't.
I mean, she's the one that lets him go to Curls and Twirls when it was open, and then wherever the fuck he goes now and gets the fuck my shit up fam special. So, again, that was definitely when she was around and she let that shit happen.
No. And so
a
in
crime,
the last
really.
couple of months, people have been saying,
Should have
hey,
got a divorce then.
Metaphor now? Hey, will you play Final Fantasy VII Remake in February? I don't think I can. If I can't get people to show up for them, how can I play them, right? We'll have to see what happens. We are playing Expedition 33 more. We'll see if we can turn it around or not. I don't know. Maybe it was just an off day. I'm not sure. No, I haven't watched the ball drop on New Year's in 100 years.
We don't watch the ball drop anymore, guys. That's for idiots. That's for normal people.
Do I prefer attendance or engagement? Honestly,
I mean,
I feel like if we have
to be fair, if you were to watch the ball drop by yourself, it might really accentuate just how sad and lonely your life is. You know, you really can't fault him about that when nobody in your life cares enough about you to spend that time with you. Watching the ball drop solo is pretty tough. So I get it, bro. I get it.
The engaged audience.
He's
then the
ballless.
If every person who's on my stream is having a good time and excited and talking and interacting, then it doesn't matter if we have 10, 100, 1,000, or whatever. You know what I mean? The reason that Expedition 33 bothered me is we only had 4 people talking about the game. That's a problem.
What was there to talk about in the game, DSP? Could you give us some insight on what we're supposed to talk about?
Yes, Mega Bonk soon. We're just chilling for a few more minutes before I begin tonight.
All right, very cool. Obviously, he was loading up a very meaningful session of Mega Bonk there. So, by the way, that didn't go very well either. So, of course, we're going to take a look at it. Fuck. Hang on. My bad. I'll run it back. I did some file management as well as this. I'm going to call it stupid right now because it's not working for me sometimes. I did some file management and whatnot, and more things than not seem to be a little wonky around here. Something off about the area. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, it is what it is. It just seems I've gotten to the point in the game now where, like, the only way I'm ever gonna get better is to, like, grind away. And there's gonna be nights like tonight, like, I'm really not doing that much, right? And there's not that much that can really be done. I just have to keep playing. Like, if I keep playing with Calcium tonight, I'll definitely hit that challenge, right?
Calcium, the best character, if you ask me, by the way. He has a Mega Bonk Enjoyer.
Like, get the Aegis challenge or whatever, then I get my
I like that he go fast.
But
also,
I feel like
he is a skeleton. Kind of biased here.
We have played the game enough where we see what it's going to be.
He also rides on a cool fucking skateboard.
Kind of like exploration fun. It's going to
talk about being a cool kid.
A lot of grind, right? If people are okay with that, you know, I continue with the game. But the question is, have we hit the wall now?
Have we hit the wall, folks?
Have we hit the point where now the game's not?
Rate my fit. How old do you think I am? Have we hit the wall?
going to be nearly as entertaining.
Any
anymore,
looks maxers
because
in
we've
chat?
kind of
Can you
seen
rate
everything
my
the game has to offer. We've seen all 3 stages.
my
We've seen the basic
diaphragm,
play styles.
my
There are
orbital
gonna be some new
structure,
weapons and-
something
and-
like
and
that.
characters, but they don't always get unlocked all the time. Right? I don't know. Thank you, Luca Boss, for $5 just for the Brocade Watchers. Thank you, Luca Boss. That's actually our biggest super chat of the night. And Mr. Buttfuck McAssface
Great name. Love it.
just gifted 5 memberships to the community.
I like that buttfuck
Which is another 15
McAssface
bucks of
doesn't
support,
get
so thank you for that.
any insulting whatsoever.
Okay.
That's a totally normal name as far as DSP is concerned.
So
Doesn't even
I'm
blink.
trying to listen to the advice. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like at this point, the game has gotten tough. Like, for me to advance, I need to really grind a bit and dedicate time to learning the game and playing better. So the whole feeling of like it being a casual game that we play a couple times a week and have fun with, it's changed now. But I think that's the natural progression of a game like this. Like, this game is meant to be casual fun for some. They'll play it a few times and then they're done with it. Me, I actually played it now for almost a month. I've been playing it like 2 times a week for a month, and I like it.
I think it's a little wild to say that he's been playing the game for a month and then go on to say that he's been playing it twice a week for a month. That's not exactly. If you say you've been playing a game for a month, I expect you to have like fucking at least 50 hours in the game. That it's your primary hobby when you get home. It's the game that you always boot up after a day of work or whatever, when you can find the free time as a robust full-time employed individual. 2 times a week for a month is not playing a game for a month. I think that's a little misleading.
But at this point, the question is, do people want this to continue? Or is this, we've seen enough, we know what the game is. If you want to keep going with the game, good on you. You get addicted to it. But maybe we've exhausted the level of I don't know, fun that someone like me could technically get out of a game like this.
Someone like me.
I don't know.
What do you mean
I'd
by
love
that,
to hear your
DSP?
feedback, but let's at least end the video. We'll see what happens. But looks like the next thing to do, I would have to keep playing with Calcium and or try to get the Aegis challenge or something else like that, because I need 2 more. You know what I'm saying? All right. Thanks for watching Mega Bong.
Damn. His kill count, his best kill count down here at 3,371. That's kind of embarrassing, not gonna lie. I'm not gonna kill count shame or anything, but even my kill count's a little higher than that. And I definitely have fewer hours than the guy. And no one even paid me for it.
Yeah, so it's time to split the part regardless, everybody. But here's the question. What do you guys think? Are you liking it enough that you want more? Or do you really feel like at this point, we've kind of hit the wall?
We hit the wall.
Gameplay-wise,
It's factual.
for me, I feel like we've hit the wall. Like, I feel like if I
He
keep
just
playing
keeps
it,
saying
now I have to
hit the
treat it more
wall.
seriously. It can't be as casual or fun as it was at first. It's not even that chaotic anymore. It's more like, okay, now I have to completely start following the meta and going, you know what I'm saying?
That just means that he has to understand the game mechanics and figure out what's actually good. That's what playing the meta means. I mean, like, that doesn't mean you have to look up guides. That doesn't mean that you have to play the best things in the entire fucking game in order to make any sort of progress. He just has to understand what is and isn't better than another option, and he's just not capable of doing that.
I don't know. To me, like, I'm thinking maybe that's it. But I mean, you guys let me know. But yeah, tonight we only had around 200 viewers. Now we're at 400 because someone's view botting because it's an hour in and I don't have a lot of support. So now they're like, haha, let's view bot to make it look like people are here when they're not. Some of the people who actually originally were here.
Sapir for the $5. I appreciate it. Saying, I never give Atlas any love. Here's some love, buddy. Well, I appreciate any lovings, all the lovings. Big fan.
For this.
Thank you so much for the 5.
Aren't even here anymore. I've noticed that too. So I don't know.
I don't even know. Are we complaining about view botting at 331 viewers
you get a
watching?
vibe every once in a while that, you know, this game is, I would say,
Oh, you catch a vibe.
It's supposed to be like a casual, fun game just to try it out. I get it. I like it. But I don't know if this is a game I want to invest tons more time in, right? Am I really going to become a Mega Bonk master and try to unlock every character and beat the whole game? Probably not. You know?
Oh,
And to
okay.
be honest, There's people who have been asking recently for new games, so now maybe
I don't know what
it's
that's
time move
supposed to
on.
mean. What does a Mega Bonk Master look like? Does he I mean just unlocking everything? Is that the criteria? I don't think most people become Mega Bonk Masters.
From this and find something else.
They also don't quit with a kill count of 3,371 though in one sesh. That's pretty tough.
And I'd be okay with that. But, you know, what do you guys think? Because if not, we'll just hang out for an hour for tonight, and then instead of doing Mega Bonk again this week, we'll figure out something new.
I like that we continuously pitching Q&A segments all throughout the week, by the way. I don't know if it comes through in a lot of these clips. I don't know if it's included in there, but there's a lot of, well, we'll just hang out for an hour. We'll do a Q&A session, you know? It always comes down to Q&A. When the game just doesn't draw in the money, DSP just results to turning everything off and sitting there waiting for it to come in. Only responding to people that are asking the most dented questions on the face of the planet, or sending in money to have their dented questions answered.
Just I'm listening in and jogging at the moment. That's about why I'm absent. Ryan says not worth the stress. Fed Rogers says that we've seen everything the game has to offer.
You didn't though, because you didn't unlock everything, so that's not even a factual statement. You fucking dumbass.
King Michael says, nah, let's do new games, you know, this week. Code Oink says, yeah, probably something new. Sweet Kentucky Waterfall says, you like variety. I don't think mastering this game really fits your style. No, you're right. Like, when we first played
You're right. Tell me what I wanted to hear so I can extrapolate on it.
Then it kind of got addictive. Now, I'll be honest, it seems like it's just becoming grindy.
Everything. Bro, if I had $1 for every time DSP experienced something even remotely new and called it addictive, I'd be like a gazillionaire. This guy can't ever enjoy anything without becoming addicted to it, quote unquote. Like I really don't like his usage of the word, in all honesty. I think it is not exactly accurate, but it's the way he describes everything he enjoys. It's addictive. He might actually, he does have a problem with gambling, of course, and gotchas. He does have an addictive personality. He is an alcoholic, but like, it's just crazy. He always describes everything like that.
Between when you were
his vocabulary it's fucked.
Getting into it, and now it just feels like, do we really want to only do like 1 or 2 unlocks a week when I play it, and it's just grind? I don't know. I feel like maybe we've done enough.
Yeah, addictive style chill. I agree.
Excuse me. Oh, really?
Oh, really?
DM says, once you played one of these games, you played them all. I have like 200 hours of Vampire Survivors, so I have no actual desire to play another of the same style. And you're saying this is basically like Vampire Survivors, right?
Gotcha.
Okay.
I don't really understand that.
I agree too. Fed Rogers.
As a Vampire Survivors enjoyer, I also enjoyed Mega Bonk. I feel like it's kind of crazy to say, if you like a game of one genre, you won't like a game of the same genre simply because other games exist. Kind of dented.
Because it seems like it's really hard to engage with the audience when you're playing this. You're 100% correct. I have to keep paying attention, moving. You know, whenever I get an upgrade,
heaven forbid, you guys.
But now
I have to pay attention moving.
Good, I don't even need to consult the audience anymore. So you're right.
I can't walk and talk at the same time.
You guys much anymore. Yeah. All right. Well, I think Mega Bonk was good overall. I mean, I enjoyed playing it. And what I want to let you guys know is if you know of more games that pop up like this that become popular, I'm not saying this genre, I'm saying in general, indie games like this that kind of come out of nowhere and then all of a sudden they're out and people are playing them. I want to know about them. Like, I would definitely like to play more of this style of indie game, but I think we've kind of gone far enough with this one. Okay.
Went far enough. We've hit the wall, as we kept saying earlier.
Okay.
All right. A lot of nail biting here. See any urban individuals?
Know that. King says the team behind Streets of Rage 4 and Shinobi did a roguelike called Absolum. No, I did not hear about that.
Great addition.
Okay. All right,
whatever
guys,
dent that was that I've already forgotten about.
Let's
oh fuck.
Set up for Chill with Phil for an hour. We'll hang out.
All right.
See what you guys want to talk about. I'm down for that. I'm always down for chill with Phil, just to hang out.
Of course you are.
Let me set everything up here.
The least effort required on his behalf. Chill with Phil. I'm not surprised that he's always down for it. It's honestly a threat at this point. Like, give me money or I'm gonna sit here and do nothing and talk at you incessantly. How awful. Shades are Gucci with the 5. saying, what's worse is his use of addictive for games, or how he says his body craves things like exercise or food. Yeah, he just can't ever enjoy something and want more of it. It always has to be this like insatiable hunger that he has to quell in some sort of way. It's very odd the way that he describes things like this. I think it really is more of an insight into his personality and his mindset. Yeah, he's craving protein-infused food now that he's been working out. Yeah, that's the type of shit that it's just so off-putting. Normal people don't really talk like that. But I guess we're not talking about a normal style individual. Let's see if this works properly this time. It fucking didn't. God damn it, bro. I'm angry. I'm heated. I'm pissed.
Shit.
Oh, I'm glad I left this in. I cut off most of the gameplay of this. This is the Tainted Grail day stream that he tried out. We have both a day stream and a night stream Tainted Grail segment because, of course, neither of them went well. So we've quit. We've got Expedition 33 is on the ropes, literally on life support, slip and slide watch, whatever you want to call it. We've got fucking Mega Bonk is dead. We executed it last night. It was on Murderer's Row. Dead. Gone. Deceased. Tainted Grail day stream now. Spoiler, not going well. We got to get through this lockpick minigame we've never seen before. Completely new. No one's ever done this mechanic before. I mean, that must be the case. You can't be this fucking bad and have seen this mechanic.
Wow. Oh.
Holy shit, dude.
Got it. All right, thanks so much. See you in the next part of Tainted Grail. Okay. I have to use the bathroom. So I'll take a brief break. My wife is not going to be home for a while. She's working
like indefinitely style or okay.
So basically I'm going to keep streaming until she gets home. Then I'm going to take my real break. But I have to use the bathroom, so this will be a very brief break.
My real break. My union designated break.
Probably just
the union of gamers, they call us.
For a brief break. But guys, thank you so much so far. If you are enjoying the stream of Tainted Grail, please give the stream a like to build engagement. All right? Please support the stream on YouTube. You can do a super chat. You can do a membership or a gifted membership.
Build engagement is just crazy. Again, when he privates the streams. So you're helping build engagement for the, 2 more hours he's going to play the game, and then it's going to be completely useless and you didn't actually do anything?
On Kick. You could give some kicks or a gifted sub. We have had almost no support on Kick this week. As you can see, all you literally need to do is look at the leaderboard.
All you got to do is look at the leaderboard, guys.
Trolls. And like
idiots.
One person gifting subs and only 1 or 2 people doing kicks. Please, if you're watching on Kick, support the stream today. Or you can send a tip via PayPal by typing !tip into the chat. Any support greatly appreciated. Still have over 2 hours on the stream.
Yeah, actually 2 hours.
Thank you guys.
I was just making that up, but it's true.
After a little break here. And then
also, I always love a beg before a break. It really does make the least amount of sense possible. At least beg when you get back and the content will continue. I mean, it's
and it'll be more
whatever,
Tainted
man.
Grail. Okay?
It's DSP
All right,
logic.
It's gonna be a very brief break, only a few minutes, and then I'll be back. But in the meantime, enjoy some of these highlight clips briefly, and then
I will probably more than likely.
By the way, the view bots left. About time.
What a terrible clip.
As you can see, we were getting view botted all afternoon, which I knew we were, because I was curious. I was curious what the actual attendance.
I like Cat is Gone in the chat saying when DSP showed off his Christmas breakfast and talked about the deformed waffles, he said, "What exactly did I do wrong?" Even though he said that Cat did all of the cooking for Christmas. Hashtag Cat is Gone. Big if true. Thank you,
Welcome, Moon and Star.
Super
I have
Cummy
prepared a
Jizzler,
place for you.
for the 20 months and the incorrect alert. I'll let it slide. I guess. I'm saying big ups, Gaudy New Year, welcome home. The more things change, the more things stay the same for Philip. Stay blessed. Thanks for the content. Well, I appreciate your 20 months. You stay blessed as well. Big ups. I appreciate you.
Was for this game. I wanted to see
and
how
your
many people would
fucking
show up for Tainted Grail.
Terrible
And of course,
alert.
someone
That's
tried
totally
to view bot
wrong.
to make it look like it was way more than it was.
It's
So
your
all the view bots are
fault.
gone now, and we're down to around 188. But some people probably left because of the break. So it's about as much as we get for like a usual stream. You know, probably around 200 viewers on YouTube, probably around 80, 90 viewers on Kick. I would guess. I didn't look at the Kick viewership.
Didn't look at the Kick viewership. I'm just talking out my ass here, making stuff
That's
up.
what I'm guessing.
As per
Okay,
usual.
So
Thank you, NWO News, for the 2.
there you go.
I
Well,
think Chill with
so,
Phil has hit the wall.
Let's see how it goes. We're gonna play
Hit the
for
wall
about a
ages
little
ago.
over an hour. I'm waiting.
They haven't had Q's to A in the longest time. They haven't. And it really does show, and the quality of Q&A has gone down the hill drastically. I used to tune in for a Q&A because I used to find it entertaining that DSP would ramble about nonsense that people would ask him, and I think that's where DSP thrives the most. But it's so bad at this point that it's not even worth watching. Nothing funny even happens. Hence why no one really talks about it nor clips it anymore.
Actually, for my wife to get home from work. When she gets home from work, I got to take the real break of the stream. And then after that, we're gonna play more after that break until DSP tries it. Okay.
Oh boy, DSP
so far,
tries
I am
it.
enjoying the game. I hope you guys are too. And let's continue on now with more. Again, guys, please support the stream.
Please
if you are
support.
enjoying Tainted Grail
Left
and you
on a
want to see
bag,
me
came
actually
back
play
on a
it as
bag.
playthrough,
Love
this
to
is
see
the
it.
first time giving it a shot as a real stream as opposed to just playing the intro last time. If you like the vibe, if you like that it's similar to Elder Scrolls, but with, you know, more darkened tone and stuff like that, then please support the stream in some way. Give the stream a like, engage with the chat, all right? On YouTube, super chats and membership.
I like that the only frame of reference he has as well for this style of game, this entire genre, is the Elder Scrolls. Like, there's never been a first person action RPG ever aside from the Elder Scrolls. That's it. He's just his scope on video games is so small, and he makes it all the more obvious by the way he constantly has to call every other game some other super mainstream title that he's played. Like, I guess he's played Skyrim twice.
Tips on kicks and subs, and of course tips via PayPal, all appreciated. All right, please support the stream and let's go. All right.
Think
I don't have to
Bloodborne.
do, anything guaranteed with anyone. I don't have to say the game's good. I don't have to play the game. I could literally drop it or continue to play it for my own prerogative. So there you go. Personally,
All right.
I enjoy playing the game. It's really hard to read you guys if you like it or not because I can't really trust people. We have a lot of trolls here today who are around basically saying that the game sucks and all that, but I don't know if you can believe them or not. Like, personally, I think it's as good as any Elder Scrolls game I've played. Seriously.
There it is
like, I think
again.
it's just as
Elder
good
Scrolls.
As, say,
Skyrim, say it.
you know, Oblivion or Skyrim.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
having fun with it.
Not Morrowind though. Fuck Morrowind.
And I would like to treat it like that. A game that I can play.
Fuck Argonians in
explore,
Morrowind.
have
Am I
fun
right,
with,
folks?
Talk with you guys when I play. But instead, we got a lot of trolls today. And the trolls are basically filling the chats, not talking about the game, being stupid. And, you know, it sucks. It sucks because this is what they
We're
do.
just whining. We're just having a therapy session while playing video games at this point,
They do
dude.
real stuff, but I'm trying to ignore it as much as I can and still enjoy the game for what it is at face value. Okay.
All right. Have anything
no,
else to
I usually
add?
do not stream on Saturdays. Saturday is usually my day off. This week, I did stream on Saturday because I had a bunch of extra time off for the Christmas week. But this coming week, Saturday will be my day off. I'm actually streaming every single day this week until Saturday, and then Saturday is my day off.
Great. Anyway.
So, Tight Night Slap, thanks for £2. He says, cheers, Phil. Hope you had a good Christmas. Indeed, I did. Luca Boss says, looks like Skyrim, but it has
Oh my
decent
God.
combat. I like it. Yeah, the combat is action-based. Yes, it's swinging.
His fans are as
magic,
dented as he
but also
fucking
you
is.
Dodge. The active dodge, I think, is a unique thing because Skyrim doesn't have anything like that, right?
It can.
There you go.
If he knew anything about modding, Skyrim can have an active dodge if you want it to.
Anyway,
Yo, some people play Skyrim and it actually looks like fucking Dark Souls. Like, that's not for me. That's not the way I enjoy my Skyrim by any means. But again, if he knew anything about modding, he would know that you're more than capable of making Skyrim more
I
interesting.
got distracted because I fell off the ramparts. If you're watching this stream right now and you're enjoying it, please give it a like.
Some
Be sure
mods
to
are
engage in the
black
chat, let
magic.
me know your
That's true.
thoughts. And, you know, I'm excited to continue playing it. I hope that you guys are liking it. If you're watching on demand, please like the video, leave some comments. Let's get some engagement on the playthrough, okay? Please support the stream, okay, guys? If you're here watching live, there's many ways you can support. If you're on YouTube, you can send a super chat, or you can become a member, or you can give some memberships. I see a ton of people in chat that aren't members right now. I'm sure they would appreciate that. On Kick, you can become a sub. You can give subs to your fellow viewer. We've had very few subs this week, so that would help a lot. Or you could send some kicks my way as well. Or no matter where you're watching, you can send a tip right now. If you type !tip into the chat, you'll get the link to do it via my PayPal, or you can just look at the description of the video if you're watching it on demand. Tips help a lot.
Wow.
And thank
Holy
you
fuck,
for
dude.
supporting
He's
my
really
content in
running
the
through
streams.
it.
Right now, I'm just trying to get a read on this game, and if you guys are going to want more of it or not, and I'm kind of like middle of the road right now about it.
It's like he's got
enjoying
a script at the side at this point, the way he's begging for this fucking game. Jesus Christ. And yes, another beg. That's all this game is. It's, I mean, tainted beg is what it is, brother.
Yeah, but it seems like people are kind of 50-50, so. All right.
And I love
Again,
that
guys,
as another beg. I like that as soon as the beg is over, he has nothing to say afterwards. It goes into complete silence, only broken up by the game's in-game music. How does he expect anybody to pay money or be entertained by this? Thank you, Siru, for the 2 Canadian, saying only an Enwa would like Morrowind. This is true. Only Enwas and Dirty Swits. That's me, I guess. And thank you to Digital Ghost for the 2, saying he begs in his sleep. I believe that. The murmurings of begging just throughout the night. That's probably why they sleep in separate rooms. I mean, if you had to listen to endless begging all night long while you were trying to sleep, you'd also leave.
I want to see this game in the
Thank you for the
rotation
2,
more often.
both
And actually
Siru
become a
and
real
Digital Ghost. I appreciate it.
playthrough, then please engage and support with the stream. Right now, I'm going to be honest, yeah, it hasn't been a great stream at all.
Hasn't been a great
for
stream,
engagement
guys.
Or support. It's been kind of slow with a lot of trolling. So I don't know if that's going to change by the end of the stream. Personally, I don't dislike the game at all, but I got to know your interactions and your support if you're going to want it or not. And right now, it's just not doing so well. So I don't know what to say. Besides being honest with you, you know, that's just how it's going right now. We got about an hour left on stream. My wife's going to be back in a minute.
Only an hour, guys.
Work, I think. And then,
activating our FOMO inhibitors.
Well, that is going to happen. So just so you know. But
just so you know, my wife's on the way.
Article, Kings Road, the Silk Road. What is all this? Oh, these are the missions. Okay, I don't want to do that. That's a freaking bot 4.
Wow, he's played like none of this game too, by the way. Like, this is the first act. I completed the first act of this game. He's experienced like none of it. There's actually some cool sections in this in the first act.
Last chance to engage and or support for Tainted Grail. Right now, this has not been a great stream. Attendance was mostly trolls, I'll be honest. Lots of trolls today. There were a few people who liked it, including me, and thank you to those who were legitimately here, enjoying, letting me know about the game and supporting it. But not a great stream overall, so it makes me wonder if people really care about this formula, you know, at this point. You know, maybe people would have liked it more if I played it earlier in the year. But I didn't play it when it was new. I was busy with other stuff. I forgot. And, you know, that's why
people
I wanted
hate
to try it
Skyrim likes you guys.
Okay, ready to resume? Here we go. Here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
I personally like Tainted Grail. This game, so many reminders of Skyrim, Oblivion, Elder Scrolls. To the point where you might even say,
Jesus.
Like,
if you take a shot every time we've said Skyrim during this segment, you are fucked up at 11 a.m. on a Saturday. You are faded.
That imitation is the greatest form of flattery. Like, it feels to me like they wanted to make another Elder Scrolls, obviously, because Bethesda's not doing it. It literally plays like Elder Scrolls. That's exactly how it plays.
Jesus Christ.
Okay? So if you like Elder Scrolls, you're going to like Tainted Grail. Keep in mind, it's a little bit darker, a little bit more gore.
Please keep in mind that sentiment for the Elder Scrolls games is arguably at an all-time low as people get fed up with the Bethesda formula, but sure.
You know, there was already like nasty torture and stuff like that. But personally, this is the kind of stream that I could see myself, or game I should say, I could see myself getting into. Relaxing with the audience, talking, chatting while I explore the world, do side quests, loot the areas, and so on and so forth. Right?
Right. Pig's playing the game we just watched you play.
I'm a streamer who's streaming for a public audience. The audience seems torn. There are some people that like the game. There are others that say it's too similar to Elder Scrolls. It bites off of it. Some people are saying it's just kind of boring. Well, I mean, that's Elder Scrolls. Do you think Elder Scrolls is boring? Do you think Oblivion
Jesus
and Skyrim
Christ,
are boring?
bro.
Because that's
Holy
what the
shit.
game is.
This is like when he played Metroid Prime 4 the other day, and he only made it like an hour into the game and had already said that it was like Halo like 6 times. This is that again. It's actually crazy how many times he can use this, like just the same comparison over and over again as though people aren't getting it.
The one major difference is that you can actively dodge. Like, no lie, that probably is the one major difference, is the active dodge.
That's
Outside
not a
of
good
that,
selling
it's
point,
very
by the
similar
way.
to those games. So, for me, I like it. I would continue. But I got to go with what the audience says. I'll tell you right now.
I'm not streaming
attendance
for
was
me,
not
you
great
guys.
today. We had someone who was view botting earlier to make me think that there was way more people than there were, and then they left. So I know that it was all view bot. We only had around 200 viewers on average today on YouTube.
Completely normal for a gameplay stream from the guy, by the way, let alone a nighttime style. It is no, this is the day stream. Sorry. We're not at the nighttime one yet. My bad.
That is. Kick probably had its usual, but engagement, not great. All right, to be honest, there were some people who were talking about the game, but we had a whole bunch of trolls who showed up. We had people who were outright, again, not talking about the game or avoiding the game or just saying the game was boring.
$93 on a game that he received for free, by the way, for any audio styles out there wondering. I remember when there were $50 days that were good. I remember when the goal was $50 to put on the gunner glasses, and we were happy with that. Now, $93 on a game we didn't pay for is not enough. It's really tough out here for the guys sometimes.
And support, not great. It's not horrible. It wasn't the worst stream I've ever had, but at the same time, not great either. So for this being the first major stream of the game, to give it a test run to see if people actually wanted the game to continue, it didn't do very well. All right, now I can always get feedback. I would love to hear from people who watch it on demand, because you know people will watch these videos on demand after the fact as well.
Okay,
all right.
I'm gonna go take a gander. I'm gonna see how many views the on-demand Tainted Grail videos have. Thank you, Digital Ghost 73 for the 2. Saying my fave is when he said Kirby was like Dark Souls. You know, he talked shit on that other Kirby game the other day as well. He was talking about the new Kirby Air Ride game. And he was saying that it was more of a party racer than Mario Kart, which I think is kind of absurd. Now I'm a fan myself of Kirby Air Ride for the GameCube. I went over to my cousin's house to play it all the time when I was a youngin'. Arguably, there's more mechanics to that game than I would think that are in Mario Kart. Personally, with the I don't even know what they call them, the air rides that you can ride on. They have their own unique style and flair, and they do different damages, and there's different modes. Anyway, just thought, always talking shit on Kirby, bro. Always. Thank you for the 2. And NWO News with the 5 saying, gotta flood the devs with updates that their game sucks because low tips. Now, I can't condone this behavior, but that sounds like peak comedy. Let's get let's not, but it would be funny if they had to give an official developer response to their game not receiving good tips on one individual stream. That'd be pretty amusing. Now, I have went and found the Tainted Grail. Yeah, that's the one. I found the Tainted Grail videos from 4 days ago. Of course, they were uploaded out of order. Classic DSP. Part 3 has 630 views. Part 4 has 450. And Part 5 has 412. Now, in comparison, the Chill with Phil that he did the night before, as well as the Mega Bonk stream he did the night before, has 700. So, kind of calling a bluff here on the fact that people are watching this and giving feedback, post stream. But we can live in delusional land all we want. That's fine.
Is this
Fine.
something that you would like? Would you show up for it if I play it more? Maybe people just couldn't show up for the first major stream of it. I don't know. But I'm interested to know your thoughts. Personally, I like this kind of game. But I'm not streaming for me. I'm streaming for you. So, do you want this or do you want something else? Ellipsian says maybe better as a chill night stream. Maybe so.
Maybe so.
If I did this as a late night
Spoiler
chill stream,
alert.
it would work better. You're right.
It did not.
So,
No.
I don't know.
Ellipsian, you're
I
a
would like
fucking
feedback.
idiot.
We have a few days to figure it out.
Should be held
I actually had a
accountable for
stream
this
scheduled for much
grievous
later in the
error.
week, but we can talk it out, try to figure it out, and go from there. I like honestly, I don't really think I want to like just say no. I don't want to play it again. But again, I can't have.
We're on the
games in
verge of it,
rotation
though,
that
aren't
this is my
we?
dead stream that no one shows up to. You know what I mean?
It
So if
can't
people
all
just
be
don't
dead
like the
streams, you
formula,
guys.
If the open world RPG formula of open world combat, exploration, looting doesn't work, much like Avowed earlier this year, same deal, right? Then what can I say, right?
Big ups NWO News for the 2.
I don't know. I thought
saying broken record with moobs. It's true. But where else are you going to find that, buddy? You're not going to your local Home Goods to find a broken record player with moobs. I don't think so. This is a DSP exclusive. This is what he offers. This is what makes him unique, and an individual, of course.
people would like it because
Thank you for
it
the
is
2.
Elden Ring. Or excuse, I keep saying Elden Ring. It's Elder Scrolls. It's so
Oh shit! It's Elder Scrolls again, you guys.
It's what they did in place of their.
Bet
not
you never
being
heard that
Elder
one
Scrolls.
before.
I think they did a good job at that. If that's what they're aiming for, I think they nailed it. It feels like Elder Scrolls with some variations to the formula and dodging, which is great because that was one of the problems of Elder Scrolls is that you just kind of stand there and get whooped. Now you can actually dodge out of the way. But for me, like, this is up my alley. This is the kind of stuff that I like. I'm actually sad we didn't get more people and we didn't get more engagement and support to make it a kind of a lock as a future playthrough. So I guess what I would say is I probably wouldn't want to have it be a day stream again, but we could try it as a night stream. Again, I want feedback. All right?
Great.
Stream chat.
Guys, feedback.
Some people are like, never play it again. Okay?
There's your
and
feedback
others are like,
then. You made an inadequate amount of money, and you have people. Half of your chat is telling you to never play the game again. What more feedback could you ask for, dude? I don't know what he's looking for. Much like the attendance count that he's looking for, it's never really made clear as to what the adequate number is.
give it a shot, but as a late stream. That seems to be Stream Chat's opinion. I like the opinion of those watching on.
Sorry, what was that? Stream Chat or Stream Chat?
Play it again. Okay, and others are like, give it a shot, but as a late stream. That seems to be Stream Chat's opinion.
That's a Stream Chat
like
if I
the
ever
opinion
heard
of those
one,
watching
folks.
On demand after the
He's
fact.
drunk.
What do you think?
He's slurring.
Okay? All right. So that's it for Tainted Grail for today. Over 3 hours of gameplay. And let me know, and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching.
All right.
Okay.
Great.
I mean, guys, I can only do so much. You know what I mean?
The unrecorded
I can only do so much.
complaints.
I was liking the game. I am disappointed that the audience didn't.
You thought it was
I don't know
over?
why.
Fuck you.
Like, you would think you would like this kind of game. I don't know. People have liked it in the past. I don't get it, but, you know. Today, it seems like just today in general, people just wanted to be toxic. They just wanted to come to the stream and just be really,
Little
really
did he
negative
know.
about everything. But, you know, that's
This would be a week-long occurrence. Everybody just wanted to be toxic in the new year. I think there was like a week-long full moon or something. I can't
what
explain
happens
it,
when
you
you're a
guys.
shit brain, and all you want to do is, you know, ruin everything for everyone. You know, people were trying to be nice and enjoy the game on the stream, and you got a bunch of trolls. What are you going to do?
Ban them, probably, would be the answer. It's what you usually do, so...
Right?
Kick has
All
totally
you can
fucked
do is
this
do your
guy's
best. What you're given,
business
you know.
strategy over.
I-
We used to just ban everybody that was negative, and we had nothing but positivity. It was a rarity that it wasn't dealt with and handled immediately. But now that Kick Chat is allowed to just do whatever, we've also laxed up on YouTube for some reason, and it's nothing but toxicity all of the time, you guys.
Tried to make it fun and entertaining, and tried to enjoy the game and you know, learn about it and unlock things and, you know, go to new places and see if it was good. I personally like it, but you can't make people act like, you know, above the brain age of 4 years old. Is it, you know?
Shout out Brain Age, the hit DS
Okay.
title, I
So,
guess.
We're gonna
Big
do
Brain
DSP
Academy
tries
as
right
well.
now.
Hello. All right. So that was the first Tainted Grail segment that we were graced with of the week. I say first because of course there is a second. Surprise, surprise, that one didn't go well either. But before that, we have to wage quit Power Wash Simulator, which we love, you love, chat loved, even Cat loves Power Wash Simulator too. But you know, I guess Jade didn't, so it has to go, folks. Power Wash Simulator's a bust. Fucking did it again. Never gonna be fixed.
Probably we're going to call it quits for tonight. I honestly would like everyone's feedback because once again, here we are with another stream. I've been streaming now for over 2 hours, and engagement is kind of 50-50. I would argue there's 50% of the people that were here tonight were here to talk, which is good. The other 50% are just to talk about how the stream's slow, how I don't get support anymore, how the asthma gold bump is over, you know, trollish idiots.
Well, I mean, those are all true statements. You know, they say if the truth kills them, let them die. Okay, and that's kind of how I feel about DSP. If he's seething and coping publicly when people are saying true statements like this, well, as the saying goes,
something that's going to engage the right audience. Okay, at this point, it seems like we got a bunch of games that we had in the rotation that for a bit they were working, but they're really not anymore. You know, Mega Bonk was one. It had a little bit of a rush, a push, and it seems like we played 9-10 hours of it. This one, kind of the same thing. Right, a little bit of interactivity and fun. We had the music playing. It was nice. But now it seems like most of the people coming by are kind of meh. Like even Jade left.
They're kind of meh.
And Jade is here literally to talk and chill, and Jade took off. So
oh, no. That guy who doesn't give any money other than be a member and constantly asks other people to support on his behalf. What? No, not Jade. Anyway.
Maybe this is the logical stopping point for this
even one. Jade is sick of this shit.
I've been trying my best to entertain you and talk
most
and chill,
retarded fan.
There's only so much that I can do.
Even he sees the signs on the wall.
I feel like this maybe is a game if you're just trying to relax for yourself, you play it. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be an engaging stream for an audience. Unless that audience is down to understand that, you know, this is what you're doing. You're cleaning something, you know?
Who doesn't understand that, though? I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I don't think that anybody clicks on the Power Wash Simulator 2 stream and doesn't understand that the premise of the game is to wash something with a power washer. Like, I don't think it's a problem of the audience not understanding the premise of the game. I don't think that's the problem here.
So, I don't know what you guys think. Obviously, once again, I have to appeal to the audience. I can tell you right now, the streaming audience is torn. 50% of the people like chilling with me. Okay? 50% of the people are just here to troll and say that this game sucks.
Right.
And that's what's been going on with a few games recently. 3 straight streams now that's happened. So it makes me feel like we need to find the right balance of the right things to do so that enough people are enjoying it, that we're going to have good times together, people will engage and support in a positive way, and it outweighs the people who want to be here to just be negative. You know what I'm saying? So I like this game, but honestly, like my thumb is throbbing right now from playing it tonight.
Oh, fuck.
And I
guys,
feel like
Power Wash Simulator is actually too much manual labor for DSP. He's having physical ailments from playing it. You can't make up DSP behavior. This is actually unreal. He's pretending to work in a video game and still coming home after a hard day with physical ailments. His thumb is throbbing from using a thumbstick on a fucking controller. That's crazy. That's insane. I'm actually hand to forehead in disbelief. This is insane. Thank you, Domji, for the 20 knock, saying, you know it's bad when even Jade has had enough of DSP. Absolutely. He got up and walked away. He was so fed up. And if you know, that's a big ask. Thank you for the 20 knock. I appreciate
maybe it's time to give it a rest. I don't know. You tell me. Well, let's save it up here.
Ann.
Let's call this as the stopping point for this week. And again, much like what's going on, manual save, much like what's going on with all of my other playthroughs, I leave it to the audience to determine what they want.
And they don't want
more
it.
of this or not? Or have we seen the end of Power Wash Sim 2? I don't know.
Maybe we should just quit going live. Maybe that's the answer.
But that doesn't necessarily translate to a viewing audience? What do people want on a stream? I'd like to talk about that. I'd like to explore future content that people are going to enjoy, rather than it be about, oh, I said I wanted to do it, and then do people show up or not? I don't know. I like this, but what do you guys want instead? Let me know, all right? All right.
Let me know.
So Power
Please,
Wash
guys.
Sim 2 for the week. I hope you enjoyed it. We did 2 hours. Sadly, we didn't finish the teapot. Let's see what people want to do in the future. I'll take in feedback over the course of this next week, okay? All right, guys. Thank you for watching. And let's figure it out together. Peace out.
He's so downtrodden. It's written all over his face. He's so low
Alrighty,
energy.
guys.
He's low T, folks.
All right, well, I don't know what to say.
There's some funky music going on here, though. Hey,
I really don't know what to say. I think I said it all.
once again, the only the only good part of the DSP stream is some beats banging in the back.
Okay. Let's get everything back to where it's supposed to be.
Welcome, Moon and Star.
Ooh.
I have prepared a place
It's
for
actually
you.
pretty hot tonight.
Thank you, Skycroft, for the 23 months. I really appreciate it. Almost 2 full years. Big ups. What an OG.
I don't know
If I could
why.
give you a badge, I would,
Such stuff in
but-
here tonight. I don't even have the window open, but it just feels stuffy in here tonight. Yeah, no, I get the feeling. People don't want this game anymore. But it's like, then what do you do? I'm not going back to Truck Sim. I don't like it. I'm bored with
I don't
Truck Sim.
like
I don't
it.
want
I
to play
hate
it. We tried something different in place of Truck Sim. That's a
If it would bring in the audience, though, isn't he kind of obligated? I thought we weren't doing streams for ourselves. Like, I'm just... What is the motivation? If it's to bring in the people and give them what they want, your obligation is Truck Sim. If it's not that and it's something else, either lay out the requirements or play whatever the fuck you want, and we'll wind up playing more Power Wash Sim and complaining indefinitely. Like, these are our options. I don't know how many more we really have.
similar style. People don't want that. Okay, fine. So then what do you want? Right? Like, again, I'm open to playing stuff that people want, but I need to know what people want. You guys demanded RimWorld all year. I'm giving you RimWorld. We're going to play RimWorld on Wednesday night and see how it goes. If it goes well, I'll probably play more RimWorld. All right? So I am listening to feedback, but it's like, I feel like we had games in the rotation that were working, and they're not. Like, you know,
Like,
Megabonk was working well. And then all of a sudden last night, people don't show up and people are bored with it all of a sudden. Well, what can I do?
be more entertaining. As the only common denominator between all of these games, the answer is obviously be more entertaining. I'm pretty sure that elementary school children could come up with the solution if they just looked at the problem. But you can't make people act more their brain age than 4 or whatever he said earlier.
Right? I can't make the game work if people are bored with it. Same thing here. This was working. We were doing well with Power Wash Sim for weeks there, and now all of a sudden it's not working again. Well,
All of a sudden, for no reason
know what to tell you.
whatsoever, they started to hate the Power Wash Simulator.
I'm just going to start taking people out who are just being trolls on Kick Chat because you're just so distracting. Like, I can't even pay attention to people who are trying to be intelligent because you keep tagging me and saying dumb shit, so don't come back.
Don't come back.
Seriously, you're so annoying. Just stop with the bullshit. All you got to do is shut up.
I'm so distracted by this music in the background. Like, it's pretty terrible. But again, I kind of like whatever song this is. I'm not gonna lie. This really obnoxious beat we have here.
For 5 minutes so I can talk to people who actually want to help, but you just don't get that. Like, you don't get the fucking message. You're just
Don't get
so
it.
stupid. You can't shut up for 10 minutes.
Yeah, he's seething. He's pissed. He's got his eyebrows in angry mode.
Okay. Jade, you taking off? All right, have a good night, Jade. Jade, I'm sorry we didn't talk that much. I don't know what happened. You weren't.
Oh, Jade was fucking here. We were using Jade as a fucking cope and seethe, and yet he's here the whole time. He's just sitting silent, I guess. He might be playing Marvel Rivals the whole time, and he just didn't, he was busy not chatting, and DSP took it as a personal affront. That's crazy, dude. I can't believe Jade would allow his name to be used that way. That's as an offensive tool for the guy. What the fuck? Thank you, Orion, for the 5, saying Salt Shakers Gaming making fun of DSP yesterday. Let's see if Unk clips it. Oh, I don't know what Salt Shakers Gaming. Is this a big channel? Am I supposed to know about this? I'm not on I don't have the inside scoop. You see, I don't have my journalism degree, unlike Unk Insider. So Yeah, let's see if Unk grabs it for us. Appreciate the 5 Orion. Big ups NWO News for the 2, saying Jade is DSP's canary in the cave. That's a good analogy, I think. Actually, he's the barometer at which we set our streams to.
Really talking to me
It's
tonight.
true.
I totally would have chatted tonight, but I didn't see you saying
I think
that.
the 2.
Yeah, but Spedgy, the games you're mentioning, like Marvel Cosmic Invaders, I don't really feel like it was ever viral, right? Was it? It came
I never
out,
heard of the
people
game
played it
except
'cause
for
it
when
was on Game
DSP
Pass,
brought it
but
up.
like it was like a day, and then no one really talked about it again because to beat 'em up. This Terminator game, like I guess some people played it, but it's apparently it's $30 for like 2 hours. Like I don't even know if I could make a stream out of it if it's really that short. I don't really know what I could possibly do with the game. Like I like classic Terminator, don't get me wrong, but is that really the kind of game that people would want? I mean, that's one stream, right? That's literally one stream. QQ on Kick says, why don't I do Expedition 33 at night? You can have chill talking, and it's actiony enough of a game to keep people's attention. I feel like if
It would put people to sleep because there's so little going on. It's so weird when the music is just cut off now. It's because people would actually go to sleep. It acts as was that pill Ambien? It's an insomnia drug. Yeah, that I don't think that's what it's actually used for, but you know, it helps you go to sleep is the point, and that's what
Welcome, Moon and
DSP would
Star.
be in that
I
instance.
have prepared a place for you.
Thank you, Manolo Azul, for the 9 months, saying Phil doesn't just want your money, he wants you to want to give him your money. Yeah, you have to look. You have to be joyous in the act, or it makes the act unenjoyable for the person receiving. If you know, you know, you know. So just keep that in mind the next time you're doing that.
well, there's 2 reasons.
It's
Number
important,
one,
okay?
if Expedition 33 isn't working on a day stream, it's really hard to make it work at night. Okay, to be honest, I tried it earlier this year on both streams and it didn't work. But the problem is with Expedition 33, there's so much content, right? There's so much content still left in the game in Act 3. If I'm not doing 3 to 4 hour streams of it, I'll never get through it. I need to be doing major streams of that game, or else the progress is just so negligible.
Right,
You'll
then we
never
should quit
finish
it?
You see, kind of a problem.
Still kind of
Middle slow
confused
games
as to what the progress we're looking for actually is. If I'm being honest with you, I was thinking about it, I was pondering the orb, and I just wasn't really capable of coming up with what sort of progress we were actually making. Regardless.
Technology is fun, but it's only fun again for one playthrough. Like you've just played through the games once and then you're done with it. There's nothing else to do with Metal Slug.
Big ups Norwood 4.
Norwood 4, thanks for $2. You're going to play survival horror. Okyrinus.
I don't think DSP even knows what a Norwood scale is.
I've never heard of it. That's the first I've heard a single person say that name. I don't know what that game is. Play a game I enjoy. We literally just did that. Did it work? No. So playing a game that I enjoy doesn't work. We got to find games that people want to watch and engage and support, not games that I like. Because if I just played games that I like, I would play a lot more JRPGs. I'd play things that don't work.
All right, so then play games that you fucking hate, that people are going to pay money to watch you suffer for. Like, if that's the answer, that's the answer. Do the exact opposite of the problem you're having now and see if that works out for you. But instead, we just bitch and moan every single fucking day. Like, I don't know that there was a stream he did this week where he wasn't crying about attendance and or support. I'm not convinced. Also, CTU agent is saying that whatever that Japanese is there in the chat that he was trying to read means welcome home. So that's pretty funny.
At BR, I played Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake. What are you talking about? I just played it. I played it when it was brand new. I did a full playthrough of it. It was good. It was a good playthrough. See you tomorrow night, Jade. Garsh, I don't know what you mean. What co-op would I do with Ethan Ralph? Again, I just talked about this with him last week. That we don't really have crossover.
You could play
He's
anything.
not much of a gamer. I don't know what
Just
the hell
ask
we would
him.
play together.
Find something. Either you could literally filter Steam games on the store by co-op and then ask him what he can and cannot run on his potato PC that I'm sure is just frying like an oven over there in where the fuck in Mexico is he located? Not that I'm trying to dox Ethan Ralph, but You know what I'm saying. You just ask him. If that's what the people want to see, go ahead. Thank you, Schrodinger's Dog 100 for the 5. I really appreciate it. No message. A real fan. Doesn't even want to say anything. Just wants to just throw 5. That's big ups, dude. I appreciate it.
You know.
Hell yeah.
What game would even work for that?
Merida, thank you. That's
All right,
the
so real talk,
place in Mexico, Ethan
we have
Ralph.
to start talking about what you guys want and what's going to work. We have to. We have to start talking about this. Because everything was great before Christmas. All of a sudden, I come back from Christmas, and now we're having slow streams, dead streams, streams where people are saying they don't like it anymore.
Is it Christmas's
even though
fault?
Previously, people were saying they liked it.
Christ's birth did this to the guy. I can't believe it.
I don't know what changed. I'm the same guy. I'm putting out the same level of content. You tell me. And the thing is, when I ask questions like that, sadly I don't get a lot of positive answers. I get a lot of trollish answers that don't help. I get moronic answers, you know? So there's not much that I can really do. I'm just trying to do things you guys want. This morning we had the conversation.
Speaking of nothing I could do, I don't have a clip of this, so I'm going to interrupt him and say it now. Yesterday during the COD stream, I witnessed something that I couldn't contain myself. It was so funny. He was bitching and moaning about being terrible at Call of Duty, as he always is. And he had said, there's nothing I could do so many times over the course of like a short time span. It was like over the course of like 5 minutes or so, we'll call it, that he wound up having to change the script and went with, there was nothing that could be done. And it was just so jarring. I couldn't stop laughing. Imagine running the script so dry that you have to put some pizzazz on it like that.
And people said, RimWorld. All right, I immediately bought it. We're going to play RimWorld. Okay, we're doing that Wednesday night. We're giving it a shot. Outside of that, I don't know what else to say. I'm trying my best. I will give you what you ask for. I will play what you want, but I need to know what that is. And now we've had 3 straight streams where people have been apparently disappointed. Last night with Megabong. Today, both with Tainted Grail and with Power Wash Sim. Okay, great.
Right.
Well, then what
Terrible
should we do in place
streams all
of
in
these
a row.
games? You know? And in truth, this may be a thing that happens all the time now. This may be a case where...
Why?
Because I'm not committing to long-term playthroughs of games much anymore. Unless it's like a really high-profile game that everyone's liking or I'm liking. There's no... there was never a commitment.
So it has to be high profile now. It has to have a general acceptance ad populum in order for DSP to engage in a long-form style playthrough for some reason. It can't just be that his audience is enjoying it or he's enjoying it. Now it has to be high profile, like it has to have like a world stage or something. Kind of an insane requirement if you ask me. Also, if this is the way that the streams are going to go because he's not committing to full playthroughs, why wouldn't he just then commit to full playthroughs if that was working better for his business, as he's so proud to call it? This is how he pays his bills. This is, how he does everything in life. As he says, they still accept his money in real life. So if that's what's going to make the money, and that's all he really cares about, he doesn't play these games for himself. He can't play games that he likes, or he'd play more JRPGs. He said it himself. Then what are we doing here, Bappa? What? There's not even a question anymore.
Meant that I had to beat Power Wash Sim 2. That's just a game meant to be chill late night content. That was to be dropped whenever. Tainted Grail, I didn't even know if I was going to play. I like it, but it seems like it's not really working well. I want to give it another shot. I don't know if it's going to work.
Another shot?
You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing I can really do about this stuff. Maybe this is just a symptom of content creation is changing. People who commit to long-term playthroughs just don't do that well anymore. You got to be more adjusting on the fly, which I'm okay with. But then
go check out the Rad Brad real quick.
See.
Yeah, what he's doing.
I'm
sure he's also down, buddy.
Or whatever.
The Rad Brad is probably unable to pay his bills. All the no views that he's getting. Oh shit! 3 days ago, he uploaded Avatar from the Ashes Endgame. It's got 60,000 views. Damn. Fuck. Well, okay. Oh, wait. I don't even know what that game is. Where Winds Meet? Is that a game? Got 121,000 views on that one video from 11 days ago. Oh, he played that Terminator game too. He got 156,000 views. Well, maybe long form playthroughs aren't, maybe those aren't the problem. I mean, the most milquetoast man on the planet is still pulling in big numbers doing just long form gameplay. And he uploads in like 2-hour increments sometimes. So like he's maybe that's the move, DSP. 2-hour long videos is the way forward, I guess.
Terminator 2D, right?
Oh, Where Winds Meets is a free to play Chinese MMO. Okay.
That's great, but it's like
No
a
wonder
2-hour
it wasn't
game.
on my
That's
radar.
not even something that's going to have longevity. If I buy it right now, it'll be one night stream, and that's
Not
really
an MMO
a solution to
enjoyer.
Anything. That's just a quick distraction, and then we're back to square one again, right? I want to know what stuff you guys want to see that's going to last a few streams, that will be entertaining, you know? I know this is nonsense. Really, I love that people have these justifications. First thing they say is, well, people spent all their money on Christmas. They need to get paychecks again to afford to support a creator. Okay,
That's possible.
Number one,
Probably
no one's
even.
just talking about money. Distinctly, the last 3 streams I've done have had low attendance, low engagement, and low support. It hasn't just been, oh, low contribution.
But we're sitting at 200 viewers right now, and all we're doing is crying. That's totally normal for a DSP stream. I hate that we've raised our expectations for no reason. The Asmon bump is over. We don't have an influx of new people that are loving our content. He needs to lower them back down to where they were. 200 people for him is a good stream, especially on the fucking gameplay. 300 for a pre-stream. That's where he needs to leave his expectations. His standards need to be there and no higher, or he's going to always be disappointed until he dies. Thank you, Digital Ghost, for the 5. Saying, would love for a developer to hear him saying the devs suck, they're nerds and dunces, and in midstream ban his game account. That would be comedy. That would be actual jokes, but that would require people to actually first give a shit about DSP, and second, give such a shit about DSP that they go out of their way to act on it. And in all honesty, most people can't muster that because he's such a non-problem. He's such a forgettable individual. They couldn't be bothered, which I understand. I guess I can't relate. I do this, but I would recommend they don't waste their time, honestly. Thank you for the 5. Appreciate it.
That's not what I said. I'm saying it's all 3 things are going hand in hand. So it's not, oh, people just can't afford to contribute. It's that people aren't even showing up and aren't engaging while also there's no supporting. You get it?
During the holiday season?
That's just a bullshit excuse.
Well, yeah.
that
They
you're
could be
hearing from
spending
people who
more
want
time with their
Friday to
family and their
falsely
friends.
justify
Yeah,
something.
exactly. Legit
Okay?
trash. I
In
agree.
addition, did you hear that every content creator literally has made no money since Christmas? You heard that, right? Like everyone just had to stop streaming because no one has anything to support them with. No, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Okay, so if you are unemployed and you can't find a job, it's what do you mean you can't find a job? Everybody else is unemployed and there's no jobs to be had? That's fucking stupid. If other people have jobs, then clearly you're capable of finding one in your local area with your certain skill set. There is no exceptions to this rule. This is fucking stupid. This is so nonsense that he even compares himself in this way to any other content creator when they, I will say on a broad scale, make far more entertaining content.
What's happening is certain things I'm doing aren't working. So let's adjust. Let's adjust so that the things that work and things that don't, and let's adjust to things that to do things that will work. It's not a hard concept. It's just that I need to know what will work. I need to know what you will show up for and you will support. Okay? That's it.
All right.
What do you want?
Great. You only said that
Let me know.
900 times over the past 3
open.
days.
My ears are open. RimWorld comes Wednesday. What else do you want? We already weren't going to do a Power Wash Sim 2 stream again this week anyway. All right? That's a given. We weren't going to do a second stream. But what else do you want? Because
what do you want?
A stream with only 200 attendees on YouTube, making $60 of support.
Yo, 200
is not a
attendees?
successful stream. It's a
That
failure.
sounds mighty good.
Okay?
But we're going for a burrito
Earlier
today,
I
DSP.
would argue
No attendees.
Tainted Grail was kind of middle of the road. It wasn't a bad stream. I wish more people liked it because half the audience was saying they didn't like it. And last night for Megabonk, that was a failure because I think Megabonk got played out. I'll agree there. Megabonk got
now it's played out. We're done saying hit the wall. Now we're back to saying it's played out. All right. Thank you, that other Filipino guy, for the 5. That other one. Who was the first? And you say, I would be so down to watch you play Where Winds Meet. The MMO part is optional and separate from the main story. Think Chinese Skyrim Sekiro. Well, I don't really fuck with Sekiro. And you definitely don't want to watch me play video games. That's not really something that anybody wants to watch. Even though I totally did do a speedrun of Halo Reach, and it didn't go very well. I beat the game before the stream ended, of course, but I definitely fumbled the bag on that stupid fucking space section. And ever since then, I'm so embarrassed. I never recovered.
Kind of repetitive and boring. And maybe we should have actually
Oh,
tapped
the
out
first
last
Filipinos
time we
and
played it, but we wanted to
1337.
give it one more
Okay,
shot,
that makes sense.
And that's fine. Okay? But now it's time to move on to other stuff. Tomorrow, will people show up? Arc Raiders has been doing good. Arc Raiders has consistently been doing good with viewership and in support, right? So will it continue tomorrow? Are we going to see a fourth stream now where people are like, oh, you played too much Arc Raiders. Now that's played out. You know, tomorrow night we're going to test Call of Duty again. It
And I
worked
know
on Christmas Eve.
I'm pausing a lot, but the I can't talk while the music and he talk at the same time. I think it's impossible. His Arc Raider streams are arguably the most boring extraction shooter gameplay you could ever see. He completely refuses to engage in any of the PvP mechanics, and he actually just rats in the most boring way possible. There is a way to rat. If you don't know what ratting is, it's literally just scavenging around, refusing to engage in combat and just trying to steal as much shit as humanly possible and then leave. There's interesting ways to rat. You can have fun doing it by literally chasing shots and showing up hot to the action, and maybe even third-partying a weakened individual, which is entirely scummy and not respected, but whatever. But he does none of that. He's just the most boring gameplay humanly possible, where he avoids everything all of the time, and then that's the gameplay. That's it. He just runs around and collects shit, and on the off chance he kills a robot, it's entirely inconsequential. It just goes down, and that's it. He like one-shots it with a rifle from pretty far away, or he dies instantly, and then has no reaction because he's not really invested in the game. Those are your options. I mean ganking. No, I mean ratting. You just third party somebody completely unrelated to yourself. Ganking requires cooperation with another individual to beat up an individual. No, I mean ratting. Thank you, JB10, for the 5. Saying, I love how he says it's common sense and then proceeds to avoid putting any actual parameters around his expectations. What a scam. Very robust. Well, that's by design, of course. If you set up no parameters, no requirements that are obvious for the chat to reach, then you can indefinitely complain and always be disappointed and ask for more. That might be giving DSP a little too much credit, that he would think about it that deeply, but that is what he's doing at the end of the day. He might just not know exactly that's what's happening.
People liked it and
might be doing it by
actually
accident.
did well in it because of my new setup, and it did well. So now I'm bringing it back for a nice stream as a test. Is it gonna flop? You know. This is my God, I swear. People really are. I know what it is you're trying to get my go when you say
Trying to
dumb
get the
shit
go.
like that. People don't know
The
what
go.
you want if you don't have a goal.
I mean, that's literally what I was saying earlier with the attendance numbers. I don't know what he thinks is good. I thought it was 200, but I would be wrong. I guess
people that say that are such simpletons.
That's me.
That they just don't understand like common sense, right?
Yeah, I
Like,
guess.
What is common sense?
I don't know.
Common sense would be
Tell me.
I want a good amount of people who are on the stream watching it.
What's the number? That's what they're asking for. What are the specific numbers that are required?
I want a good amount of people who are interacting with the content and talking with me, talking about the content. And I want a good amount of people who will support the content with financial contributions as well. It's a balance. And the thing is, it doesn't always...
Imagine going into work and, like, I don't know how many of you have ever worked, like, a factory job and done piece rate. But imagine, like, you have set amount of objectives. I don't know why I'm calling it objectives. That you have to accomplish in a day. Get out X amount of pieces. But instead of telling you the actual number, your boss just goes, well, a good amount. Well, what the fuck am I supposed to do with that? At that rate, I'll fucking never leave, because I'd rather play it on the safer side than get fired, I guess. I have to have an income.
have to be the same. It doesn't have to be an
Yeah,
arbitrary
quota's
number
probably
of
the more
words,
acceptable answer.
an arbitrary
Objectives is
amount of
Too
people engaging
gamified.
and an arbitrary amount of support. It could fluctuate. But I'm seeing 3 straight streams. Mega Bonk, Tainted Grail, now Power Wash. Everything is down. It's not just 1 out of 3. It's across the board. All 3 things are down. So that tells me I need to do other stuff. That's what it tells me.
Okay, then do that.
I'm trying to be as reasonable as possible and as transparent and straightforward and honest as possible. This is not rocket science. Take a look at the leaderboard right now. You ready?
But it can't be
Top
rocket
subs,
science. That would
0.
require
Didn't
numbers,
get a
which
single
of
sub
which we have
tonight.
none.
Top kicks, 1 person gave kicks. Top memberships, 0. No one gave a membership tonight.
Oh my god.
Top super chat, Midnight 5000. There
Yo,
was
no
one
memberships
other
is kinda
person who did
crazy.
a significant super chat tonight. That was it. In fact, out of all the support tonight, it's like 2 people. Engagement. Half the people here didn't talk, right? Even the regular.
He doesn't have the numbers for that. That's fucking nonsense. He's just making that shit up to yell and scream at people. There's no analytics on this end of the stream that tells you that who has and hasn't chatted in your viewing audience. Actually, just nonsense.
Like Jade barely talked to me tonight. That means the game was boring. That means people were legit bored and didn't really care to hang around and interact. So I got to move on, right? That's what it's saying to me. It's saying,
move on.
Listen, awful. Move on, do something different. Okay, let's do something. Tell me what. Let's try something. Let's try something different, right?
Jesus Christ, this music is so jarring. Is this what it normally sounds like on a DSP stream? Jesus. Yeah, moral support is popping off. Kick chat's going apeshit.
At least the music is fun. Yeah, I mean, there's not much I can really do. There's not much I can really do about any of this. I'm maintaining positivity. I'm maintaining.
And it's so like it's juxtaposed to his complaining and bitching so bad. Like if we're gonna cry this much, at least put on some sad tunes. Actually play fucking the Whiterun track from Skyrim or something, man. Make it match. Have a vibe we're going for. Some themality here.
Positive attitude about the
The
future.
least you could do.
I want to keep thinking that things are going to stay good, but I need feedback on what you want if things
Kick chat
don't work.
nonstop dancing.
Right? I think what's happened
This,
is for a month,
Club Banger
everything's been so
3000
positive that now we're starting
apparently.
to see things are kind of not working anymore. This is the first time it's like, oh, game's not working. Let's do something different. What are the criteria? Well, it's not just a goal anymore. It's not just, oh, I didn't hit a financial goal. It's people didn't show up, people didn't talk, people didn't engage and hang out and interact with me, and people didn't support. It's everything. So let's take that hand in hand and say, okay, let's move on. But what do you want? There's a million games. Is it Marvel Cosmic Invasion? Is it this Terminator game? Is it RimWorld? Is it one of the horror games that we wanted for 2-3 months and we're not playing? Is it something completely new that's viral and just came out and I'm not aware of? I don't know.
I just think it's crazy how high he raised his standards for his audience as soon as he got the Yasmin bump. Like, not only is it like we removed the goal, but we still expect $150 per stream. But now we also have to have like a set amount of attendees, and the chat has to be moving at an arbitrary rate that we don't know. And people, not only do they have to be chatting, but they have to be actively engaged with the game, which is a metric that is completely untrackable in any sort of way. It's I don't know how you can have so many goals set and still say you have no goals and freak out like this.
What is it that you want? Do we change the times? Do we take Expedition 33 and do it from a day stream to a night stream? I don't know. This is what I want. I want this feedback. I guess this is what tomorrow is going to be. It's going to be a podcast where we talk about this and try to determine what to do moving forward.
FIFA 2026 Brazil.
Okay?
That is this type beat. It's true.
All right. All right, well, guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed, regardless of the fact that it was, again, another slow stream, 3 in a row on all counts. I hope that you guys will still
Total
come
vibe change,
tomorrow.
by
Let's
the
talk
way.
on the podcast tomorrow.
Music
Let's
immediately
brainstorm.
went into sad
Let's try to
piano.
do things better, right? I just, I don't know what else to say. We got to figure this out. Let's work on it together. Let's put our heads together and do what you want, rather than just keep playing until something dies. If you have a better idea of something to replace
it.
I think this is what most creators are doing today. They play a game like 2, 3, 4 times.
This is like the 9th time he's looped on the idea that he needs to be told what to do. And I just seen it in chat. Agent is saying board meeting style podcast. This isn't even the podcast. This is the end of the night stream. People are actively trying to go to bed. At best, it's 10 p.m. on the West Coast. Oh, East Coasters are definitely sleeping by now. They have to get up and go to work tomorrow. It's crazy. This isn't even a podcast. This is supposed to be gameplay. Like that's,
and then they're on to the next, right? Very few creators are playing things long term these days. It's like a couple of weeks and then the popularity dies out and they're on to the next and on to the next.
Right. It's like you have to beat these games faster or something.
When you have a game
then
like Terminator, that's 6 hours. They can play 3 streams. Well, okay, I did everything in 3 streams. Well, it didn't matter. Now you're
I'm
on
just
to the
doing a
next
business
viral
meeting
hit.
at 10 p.m.
That's not something that we've done. It maybe has to be something that we do, that we adjust to now. That's a change for me. That's a change for you. That's a change for all the content here. But let's do that together. Okay? Fair enough? Okay. All right.
All right.
Everyone, have a good night. I'll see you all in the morning. We'll talk about this on the podcast. We'll try to get to the bottom of it. And
gotta get to the bottom of it.
I guess we'll figure it out together. That's what it is. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's about us working together to figure out exactly what is the perfect balance and what's going to work. Okay?
Scrappy CC came through 5 minutes ago, and I read it and accidentally skipped over it. Sorry, you're not getting scammed. I apologize. He says he needs to pull out the workout vids. Now that is actually an idea that his own audience has posited to him, and he immediately shut it down. Look, with the new robust and meaningful, of course, selfie style stick that he received for Christmas, and those god awful lapel microphones that sound like fucking garbage, that might be in the cards at this point. If games keep going downhill, we're running out of Qs to A, that might actually be in the cards for 2026. And I know a lot of you are definitely looking forward to that. You want to see a shirtless guy out here hitting his squats or whatever Morgue Pie does on a regular basis. And you just might get it. So big up Scrappy CC for that too. And Bossa Nova with the 2 saying he cannot do anything without written instructions. It's, of course, he's not a real man. Real men don't read the instructions. They just feel that shit out. But the guy, he's an avid reader, of course.
I don't want to keep doing streams that are failing and people are like, oh, well, you see, it's doomsday. It's doom and gloom. It's not. But we just got
Who the fuck is Morgue Pie? You're better off, buddy.
The right people, not the toxic people, not the people who are trying to be controlling, not the people who are trying to, you know what I'm saying? People who are just trying to make the drama constantly. It's going to be about those of you who actually care about the content and want to be here for it. Okay? Okay. All right. Everyone, have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Fun podcast. And then Arc Raiders and then Call of Duty. Let's make it a good day tomorrow. Let's have a good day of interactive.
Let's have a good day.
Fun
means give me all of the money,
okay?
Obviously.
All right. Everyone have a good night. I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Peace out. People want a Mad TV raid? Sure. Why not? Let's do it right now. Let's do a Mad TV raid. Sounds like a plan.
Is that Mad TV like that show from the 90s that I've never seen? It's like actually like that Mad TV, or is there a different Mad TV that I'm ignorantly unaware of? Please let me know.
I would like to talk
now. It's the new year? Okay. Oh, sorry. I actually skipped something. When it's not the new year yet. I swear it's not the new year. We have to talk about RimWorld. This is straight up from the Sorry. Did it again. This is straight up from the guy's own stream. No raw fill required because this is only a 2-minute clip. This was his final thoughts on RimWorld. If you look at the screen, if you're a visual style, you'll see the little base that he was forced to make during the tutorial section. That, like I said, he turned. How do I skip RimWorld? Because I'm about to tell you. He turned a 15-minute tutorial into an hour and a half's worth of gameplay. And because it was the tutorial, he wound up just kind of ignorantly picking colonists because it wasn't a real attempt. He said it himself. He goes, "Oh, we'll just go with this because it's not the real attempt. So when the tutorial's over, we'll just go and pick different colonists that are probably better." So he picked terrible. He picked bad colonists, and this is the very great base that he was forced to build here to just meet the prerequisites as determined by the tutorial. If you want to see actual RimWorld gameplay critique, in the pinned message, I said that I'm down to do Act the King on Sunday, and if you know, we watch till tip, which it means if he doesn't get a tip, which he probably will very quickly, we'll be watching RimWorld, which I'm totally down for. Unk just has to not cancel the stream. So yell at him, berate him, make him stay overtime, whatever you want. I'm totally down to critique terrible RimWorld gameplay and be frustrated at his menu narration. But it's entirely up to the old man. He might have something to do. I don't know.
All right. Well, let's save up, okay? And I want to say, guys, this is a fun, chill game, but it's definitely a huge micromanagement game, and there's a lot to learn. When I play it again, I definitely need people here to help me. Like, as you see, you're trying to help me to learn stuff. I'm like, oh, man.
So there's the first problem with this immediately, is that the vast majority of the time, not only in the tutorial, but of actual gameplay, is going to be hand-holding from chat. The game is going to remain paused for a good portion, and he's just going to be doing whatever. It's going to be chat plays RimWorld, and DSP is unfortunately the... he's going to be the apparatus in which they have to act through. So it's still going to come out fucked up inevitably.
What am I supposed to do? Well, Phil, you got to harvest food, but you got to build another room with a butcher's table in it. Oh, but you don't have any wood, so you have to go gather the wood. But while you're gathering the wood, you have to build the solar panel. You have to build the battery, but you can't build a battery outside. You got to build it inside so it doesn't explode. But you don't have enough resources for that. You're going to have to go do the resources. So it's like, wait, huh?
Now, that is classic DSP, making everything sound far more complicated than it actually is. I've also, like, he just rambled off every single thing that he has to do in a rapid succession to make it sound like a lot, when ultimately all it comes down to is he needed the resources in the first place in order to do any of the jobs, and he didn't have them. And he also has 3 colonists, which is kind of a lack of workforce. If you ask me, I'm a real 5 colonist start type enjoyer, but I also start as tribes people. That's not the start the tutorial starts you with, of course. But I've also never seen anyone not have a butcher's table, but have a fucking solar panel. Mind you, a solar panel that's not connected to anything whatsoever, because none of the things that he has requires electricity. It's absolutely insane the way that he prioritized anything in this game, even between the tutorial help and the chat holding his hand the whole time. Like, I'm looking at this base, and it is the most dented setup I've probably ever seen. It really starts as simple as they asked him to make a structure in which his folks could stay in. And instead of just filling out these gaps here with pre-made doors, you know, an entire section of the wall, and breaking down, you know, the sarcophaguses and the table here for the extra marble resources, I believe is what those are made out of, very high in beauty, makes your colonist happy. Instead of doing that, you know, partially laid floor as well. We wasted all of our wood, the things that we use to make, you know, furniture, and the butcher's table that we don't have, and, you know, to have lights via torches. Instead of just saving all of those resources, he decided to build an entirely separate structure. And he did that for his storage, which he's got laying on the floor, as well as building shelves for his lack of resources all the way over here on the other side of this screen. The whole thing is retarded from front to back. And that's why we didn't watch the gameplay. I'm gonna, like, because it took an hour and a half, and this is what we wound up with. Pretty terrible, pretty abysmal.
Oh, by the way, now you're getting attacked. Like, oh. So I feel like this is a game that if we play it slowly, but we play it together and we have interaction, you guys help me with it.
Play it together.
Work. It could definitely
be a lot of emphasis on that.
I would never play this by myself, for the record. This would totally be a things that I want to interact with you guys when I'm playing. You know what I mean? I need help. I need to talk with someone about it. Then it's fun.
I need to talk to somebody about it, and then it's fun, is what he said. You know what I do in that instance? I hop in a Discord call with my friends who play RimWorld, and then we just play RimWorld separately, like cool guy individuals, and we share tales and stories of how terrible our colonies are going and how we're being fucked over by our storyteller. But I also don't play on baby easy mode. The guy is an advocate for playing on the developer intended difficulty, and yet there's, I believe, 6 difficulties in this game, and he picked 2 out of 6, I believe, and 4 is the standard. 4 is the developer intended difficulty. He's just one notch above not having enemies in the game whatsoever. He's playing on community mode. Pretty intense gameplay right there, folks.
But this would drive me nuts to try to play by myself. Just too much going on. Like I said, I used to play StarCraft and stuff, and micromanaging the base while you're attacking and defending. That's the most I've ever played a game like this. This game is like complex levels. It's like an onion peeling back the layers of complexity.
It's like an onion
play the game,
on our
right?
Shrek arc. He is ogre-like.
But I did enjoy my time with it, and we'll definitely play it again. I guess the question is, do we play it as a day stream or a night stream? Because I felt like it actually fit well as a night stream tonight. Like, I feel like we chilled and enjoyed it together as a night stream. Like, as a day stream, I don't know.
This is another one of those games that is going to be peak sleep aid for anybody that actually doesn't know about RimWorld. You're going to fall asleep instantly. There's going to be so much jargon and narration of the menus and misunderstanding that you're going to instantly fall asleep. So if you have difficulty sleeping, make sure to tune in Sunday night and catch you some RimWorld. I seen Inked Blessing in chat saying if this is complex, he's going to love Kenshi. If you know anything about Kenshi and happened to watch the stream, I believe from yesterday, somebody posited that he played. I need to stop saying posited. I don't even know that that's a word. Somebody had pitched to him to play Kenshi, and he looked it up on Steam and was like, oh, this game has very positive or overwhelmingly positive reviews, and it's got like 45,000 reviews. How many games have 45,000 reviews? And these people are in the reviews just ranting and raving how good it is. He's dead. It's over. He's playing the trifecta of what I like to call my premier autism games. Kenshi, RimWorld, Project Zomboid. He's not getting any of them. It's far beyond his scope. He's going to need to be handheld or chat handheld through all 3 of those games if he ever wanted to actually make any sort of progress in them. And I'm really not upset, but I am upset that he has decided to even entertain the idea of playing these games. It really is a shame that these games are wasted on individuals like the guy, when there's so many of you that can actually be playing these games and enjoying them, because you have the brain age of over a 4-year-old. I'm going to keep saying that because that's really dumb. All right, so now we get to move into the new year, because this is how the guy spent his new year. He made $535, I believe, which is the only reason he enjoyed the game, of course. He didn't expect to make $535, and he shouldn't have. But he did. So he liked RimWorld. He had a good New Year's Eve. And then he came in the next day. And I think that the 535 set his expectations too high for the new year as well. Because he was on one. He was over the toxicity as soon as he jumped on the stream. And that's the rant that I'll play for you right now. Yeah, there it is. Okay.
Talk about the year that was 2025. Now, we've already talked about this a few times in Hangout sessions and stuff recently. But what I really want to do today is just kind of put it to rest, say goodbye 2025, and talk about what went right, what went wrong, stuff like that, okay? So first off, 2025, okay, last year started off essentially, how can I say, basically really uncertain. Right? I would say so. Because if you remember in 2024, I did a collaboration with a bunch of drama farmers on the internet. And the reason I did it is
Big
because
ups
I got
to Kino
wind that they were going
Casino,
to start
of course.
covering me in depth. And I wanted to get ahead of the ball in this one. Rather than just be sitting around and kind of, being behind it and ignoring it, I said maybe this is a case where I could actually get ahead of the drama, get ahead of the nonsense. So I worked with these guys.
Now, this is an angle I've never heard in our King Snake arc. I never once have ever heard him say that this is specific, like he specifically got involved with Kino. Yeah, instant retcon. Okay, I'm not the only one. That he got involved with Kino Casino because they started covering him and he was trying to get ahead of this sect of trolls and try and shape the narrative in his own way. This is the first time I've ever heard of this, and it seems like most of you as well. So we were starting off the new year with a new cope, it seems. Kind of the same old cope, but in a new variant.
For months, we did content, we did collabs, we did all this stuff. But when 2025 started, basically it had already dried up. I mean, I'd only been working with these guys for like 3.5 months. But
his head is so small on that
really
hoodie.
Working. I was on their show.
Yeah, it's definitely boring. Well, he bought that. And again, I don't think that it's going to be in this clip. This is that Portal hoodie I was talking about. Not to derail too much, not to keep pausing, but that's what we're doing here. He bought this hoodie 10 fucking years ago when Think Geek was still around, and then he, did his Think Geek segment where he praised it and acted as though Think Geek didn't just sell normie geek slop from a time that's bygone now. We did the whole thing. We did the whole thing.
Because I'm not a drama guy, and I don't
that's
give a crap
probably
about
2 sizes too big at this point because he's been working out, you guys. By
so
working
we were
out, I mean
brainstorming
atrophy.
Different kinds of content, and one of the things that we decided to bring back from my past was actually a wrestling commentary show called Smart Guys that I had been running way back when, and like I think it was like 2010 or 2011 through like 2014, but then I had retired it. So me getting back into pro wrestling was definitely going to be a pretty risky thing because I hadn't watched it in so many years.
Okay.
I was aware that one of the people who I had collabed with was a pro wrestling fan. To be honest, I think they're actually a bigger pro wrestling fan than I am. They showed up to the show with multiple title belts that they had spent hundreds of dollars on, and I'm like, I would never do that.
Right. He just spends probably hundreds of thousands of dollars on JPEGs that he has no physical, ability to touch. So I guess there's a great win, DSP. The amount of money that Ashton spent on those physical belts he can hold as a prop on his stream doesn't even compare to the thousands of dollars that DSP spent on JPEGs he will never hold in his life and have no value, by the way.
But the thing was, which became abundantly clear within about a month, it wasn't really about wrestling like I had wanted it to be. This person essentially wanted to try to farm more drama.
Yes.
And obviously it would have benefited me if the show took off, which it did at first. But ultimately, when the show becomes more about drama than wrestling.
By the way, the reason it wasn't about wrestling, because I watched every Smart Guys. I suffered so you didn't have to. The reason it was only half about wrestling is because DSP has no takes or actual interest in wrestling. He doesn't really have any sort of insight nor care in the world about whether the wrestling world and wrestlers themselves. He's not really knowledgeable on anything that's currently going on in the wrestling world. So all of the topics kind of die out quicker than they should, and you have to fill the time. So inevitably it wound up leading to drama, because what else does PPP do?
What's going to happen is you're only going to get a crowd that wants drama, and if you decide to not do it, or if it just doesn't have anything too interesting in a given week, it just doesn't work. So even trying to farm drama from that fan base only worked a few times, and then after that, the show was drying up with attendance and support and all of that. So for those who don't know, watching pro wrestling and doing a show like that, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of time investment because pro wrestling has a lot of very long shows and things that are going on. You've got Raw, you've got SmackDown, you've got NXT and the other stuff going on in between. You've got all the pay-per-view events, which really aren't pay-per-views anymore. I forget even what they call them now because they don't call them pay-per-views, but basically it's a lot of time investment and a lot of watching stuff in order to be caught up with everything going on with pro wrestling.
Now, I would not call that work by any means. A lot of time watching stuff does not entail any sort of work. That's kind of crazy, to be honest with you. I can't believe he says that with a straight face and means that shit.
And to invest that amount of time just to turn on a stream and only have maybe a couple hundred
hard work,
for a
of course. Sitting there on the couch, not even really taking any reasonable notes to be entertaining the following, stream, and playing on his phone, which he was going to do anyway, is a lot of work for the guy. I mean, it's It's honestly the exact same thing he would be doing, except wrestling wouldn't be on the TV. It would be fucking battle bots or some garbage.
Show. I mean, this is a guy that when he turns on his stream and does drama content, insulting people all day, he gets thousands of viewers. All of a sudden, we're deciding to do pro wrestling, and we can only get a couple hundred. I think you can see the difference here, right? And
yeah,
so
it's not as
that,
entertaining.
it kind of was a stressful time at the beginning of the year. Here I was putting in extra effort, extra time, trying to do this crossover stuff, and it just wasn't really working. At the same time, the audience that I had gained by doing the collabs with these guys had already dwindled because I think people had realized DSP just doesn't do drama content, or he just doesn't want to. It's not that I can't. The few times that I've done it, it went well. People found it entertaining. But I've told you guys that's just not the kind of guy that I am. All right? I'm not the kind of guy in the modern day that sits here and actively thinks, who can I insult today? Who can I watch and make fun of? Who can I degrade and bring down and just slander or defame? Who can I step on to get ahead today? Okay? That's not me. Maybe that was me ages ago, 20 years ago, when I was in my 20s and I was a troll.
But it is him. He did an entire fucking section or an entire stream with them and without them about RTU. He was just shitting on RTU the other day during his Christmas fucking marathon. He spent almost the entire Christmas marathon. It was probably more like half. It was the entire section that I had seen before the gameplay, which was, I believe, the majority of it. He spent basically that whole time complaining about drama and trolls. At that point, what are we fucking talking about? And yes, he just did it to Wings as well, ranting and raving about how his mods are holding him back and stifling him as a creator or something fucking stupid. So, this is all nonsense. We're just talking out our ass all 2026, eh? Wild. Thank you, Redbird, for the 2, saying what's not work for Phil at this point. Q&A is work. I mean, yeah, everything that if DSP thinks that if he's existing, he's actively working. That's actually what I think he thinks. That just based off of the way that he describes doing things and going about his daily life, everything is work. Going and running errands to literally going shopping so that he could eat for the week, that's work. Going to the dump and removing the trash that he's accumulated over the course of a week, which is crazy, that's work. Streaming is work. Gaming is work. Watching wrestling is work. When he was doing movie reviews is a tough thing to call them. When he was doing movie synopsises, that was work. Everything, all the time. Existence is work, which I guess is kind of true, if that's your viewpoint.
In the Street Fighter community.
Thank you
But
for
I
the 2,
have
Redbird.
matured and changed as a person. I feel like I'm a better creator and a better guy than making that kind of content now. And to be honest, I've grown up and just don't want to do it. I'm married. I'm happily married with a wife, and I don't need
I'm
to
happily
be causing
married, you
drama
guys?
and doing
Which
this
is
kind
true.
of crap. I think it's beneath me. And quite honestly, it's toxic content on the internet that helps absolutely no one and actually hurts human culture.
Oh,
now you might say,
okay.
"Oh my God, it's not all that serious," but
It's
to
not.
me, it is.
It's not. Oh,
like
okay.
if all you do every day is
You might think it's not this deep, and I'm over exaggerating and acting like a big baby, and that's true.
farm toxicity and drama, and you hurt people to get ahead, you're actually hurting humanity as a whole. If you didn't exist and didn't make that content, the Earth would be a better place. So
The
why would
entire
I want to leave a
Earth.
legacy of harmful, toxic crap on this planet? I don't. And it took a lot of soul searching to figure that out.
Quit hitting go live. That's the answer then. If DSP doesn't want to leave a toxic legacy, he needs to quit going live every day. It really is that simple.
Because I was doing well when I was making that content. I was actually making money and getting views. And every day people were coming to the stream saying, who's Phil going to insult today? Who's he going to react to and slam and, bring down? And it was never about that for me, So early on this last year was rough. I was like, man, how am I going to maintain what I'm doing when already I've lost the drama viewers?
Yeah, Waveman is maybe that's the case. Maybe he genuinely thinks that there wouldn't be as many wars going on in the world if you guys didn't make fun of like him and Cyrax and Wings of Redemption, if you guys didn't bully Boogie online, maybe all of those people being beheaded on one side of the country, that wouldn't happen, bro. It just wouldn't. And that's on you. You get to sleep with that on your conscience because you called Boogie fat. How dare you?
The collabs I'm trying to do aren't really working. I want to get back on course. I want people to start coming to my streams again for games. In fact, a lot of people who are longtime viewers and fans of mine,
right,
were actually coming to my streams and saying to me, dude, you've got to like get a reality check here. You know, we weren't with you along for this 17-year journey. To see it end with you selling out essentially and becoming one of these drama farmers, that's not who you are, or at least that's not who we thought you are. And if you continue down this path, you're going to lose us. I had really longtime fans and viewers contacting me, telling me this heartfelt messages saying, this is going to be it for us.
Heartfelt messages. I couldn't even imagine people genuinely sending emails and being like, DSP, you know, I've been a fan for a long time, and you're really selling your soul out here to wicked forces, maybe even demonic forces, who knows. I hate to see that you're walking a negative path. And I really just, I can't stand by your side if you're going to keep doing this, you know, and it hurts my heart. Yeah, I've been a fan since Heavy Rain, been rocking with you for a long time. And I just can't, I can't stand to see it, bro. Can't imagine that these emails are real and or exist at all. Thank you, Medusa Jr. for the 2. Saying, shit talking LTG is work. He don't troll yearly. I agree. I agree. It's okay when we do it, but also it's work. But it's okay when we do it and we're not being toxic and negative. But of course it is when you do it. Sound good? It sounds good to me.
If you don't change,
By the way,
if you don't,
course
correct, right? So I had to do that. I had to really soul search a bit and decide what I wanted to do. So let me tell you guys.
It
was
about my
not
hoodie.
easy to do what I did, to cut ties, to say I'm just completely done with this and toss these guys off a cliff like I did. All right, it wasn't, because I knew that there was going to be endless amounts of harassment, endless amounts of their fan base who had been coming to watch my content were now going to come to stalk and harass my fan base who were there for games. They were going to basically be on my case all year long. I knew this. I knew exactly what was going to result from all of this, okay? But in truth, all right, I feel like everything went as well as it possibly could have gone. I do feel like, obviously...
Are we sure about that? It went as well as it possibly could have gone. Well, maybe on like a DSP way, by DSP standards, everything he touches kind of, it turns to shit and it sucks and it's awful and it's terrible for everybody involved. So like maybe that's true. Maybe the way that the King Snake arc ended and he was infinitely felted forever, maybe just, you know, running off with the amount of money he made was the best course. Maybe he's onto something here. Siru coming in with the 2. Thank you, Siru, for the 2. Saying DSP and iDubbbz found a moral compass in their late 30s. And I really can't think of anything that is more indicative of a stunted internet style individual, somebody who basically perpetually stunted their own growth in life because they decided to get on the internet. I can't think of a clearer indicator. If you go around saying and acting that way as though you found some sort of moral high ground in your 30s because you've learned lessons you should have been learning a decade earlier, you really have no room to talk, and it's just embarrassing. I don't know if the LOLcow Awards have been handed out for the year. I know that the agricultural website was doing their votes recently. I really do hope iDubbbz wins. I think iDubbbz is the premier LOLcow for the year, if you want my honest opinion. It's embarrassing, it's sad, it's pathetic. If you know, you know, but that's not what we do here, so I'll move on positively.
There was no
Thank you, Siru, for the 2.
Full positive way for this to go, because I wasn't dealing with positivity. I was dealing with toxicity and negativity, and when you do that, there's going to be a time
he
when
landed
things
second
are blow
place.
up
Damn.
negatively, no matter what.
Damn.
Like, I just want to make that abundantly clear. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how popular you are. And it doesn't matter how much money you're making. At one point, if you deal with drama, toxicity, and hurting others, it's going to bite you back. Okay? It's going to blow up in your face. It's going to collapse. And eventually, you're going to end up being the focus of the negative limelight. Okay?
Okay.
Now, I'm used to that because I've been through it for how many years, but I knew that it was probably going to blow back on the content, and it did to some extent. You know, earlier on, I'd say probably around March, April, and May of last year, a lot of people were like, man, maybe Phil made the wrong choices. But
Well, that goes without saying. I mean, DSP makes infinitely wrong choices every single day of his life since the very beginning, including getting his hair combed by his mom till he was 17 years old. I mean, not only was it a mistake to tell people this, but it was a mistake to let her do it until you were 17 to begin with. That's probably why he was as unpopular as he was.
ultimately, if you take a look at the entirety of 2025 and how I was able to then turn that around completely and course correct and become positive again and have it be all about the positive content,
All about
gaming,
positivity.
and the like, rather than that toxic crap, I think you'll see that things came out really well by the end of the year. I feel like this was a necessary evil, that doing what I did, sticking my toe in the toxic pit, as they say, needed to be done because it allowed me to be seen in a different light. It really did. Instead of it just being Phil's the guy who gets, you know, yelled at and whipped and he's the meme and everything. Instead, it became, well, maybe some people will actually give Phil a chance to get looked at in a light that's more neutral.
This is insane. Like, this is actually an insane level of cope that is completely nonsensical. There's no logic to this whatsoever. I had to dip my pool in the negative toxicity in order to make people view me in a different light. In a negative toxicity-based light, DSP? Like, what are you... I had to murder that guy in order to make people view me in a different light. Well, yeah, now they view you as a murderer. Is that what we were going for? Was that the meaningful change we were looking for? I'm confused as to how this logic makes any sort of sense. And I'm really racking my brain over here. I'm trying my best. I'm trying to give him as big a benefit of the doubt as I can. It's just fucking stupid. Thank you, NWO News, for the 2, saying admitting to putting on half clown paint. Well, yeah. And like, again, that's his own saying. If you use DSP's own logic and metrics against him and you hold him to the standards that he sets forth, he's just infinitely losing all the time. And he says this shit with a straight face and really believes it. Maybe I'm dented for believing this isn't a character. Again, praying for the ultimate good Christian ending on DSP where it was a troll the whole time and he's actually the greatest actor to have ever existed on the face of the planet. Like, that's the only way any of this actually works out.
And when that happened, all of a sudden, people realized
Thank you for the 2, of course, NWO News.
Is nonsense, and the other 10% that's true isn't really bad. It's just baloney, right? It is. It's just things that people hype up literally in order to get positivity, or excuse me, popularity for themselves, to get clickbait views, to make money on stolen monetized videos. None of it matters. It's just bullshit.
Now, why do we talk about it so much?
In 2025, I want you to think about how much stuff we ditched, right? I want you to think about this. All the mobile game nonsense, the WWE champions bullshit, all that is gone. It doesn't matter anymore. It's all dead.
I literally just brought it up probably 30 minutes ago, maybe. Not even, because we were just talking about Smart Guys. So no, I probably brought it up 10 minutes ago. So no, it's not. Everybody who cared about WWE champions before still cares about WWE champions. There's just so much other bullshit going on with DSP. And it's hard to give all of it the same amount of attention at all times. You'd sound like a schizophrenic. Like, if you told people, and I have done this, if you tell people things that DSP does, they actually don't believe you because it's so ridiculous. It doesn't sound like a real life. I'm not joking. Thank you, Medusa Jr. for the 2, saying another dimension Phil reads to kids in libraries. I hope not. I hope not. You know what they say about, well, we'll just stop. I hope not. Those kids, they need help then. Save the other dimensional children, please. They need it. And thank you, Scrappy CC, for the 2, saying he went dark a long time ago. Slam? I'm confused. Explain it to me.
It's dead
I'll
topics. It's
explain
in
it to the
past.
chat.
It doesn't even
From my
affect
audio
me or
styles.
apply to
I'm
me
confused. Thank you for
anymore.
the 2. I do appreciate it, though.
How
Vampire
about
Slam?
all the long-running memes about
Slime.
DSP is an ongoing beggar.
He went dark
DSP
a long
is
time
someone
ago.
who's only in it
Slime.
for
All
the
right.
money.
All right.
DSP is all about his
Thank you.
goals, and that's all he cares about, right? Well, guess what? There's no more goals. There aren't anymore. It's been over a month. In fact,
There's no more
over a
goals.
month now, and I'm not doing goals.
That's why I
We're
bitched
not
on
trying to hit
every single stream
arbitrary
this week.
milestones. In fact,
Sound good?
when it comes to DSP tries it, when it comes to monthly marathons, we don't have to qualify for them. I just do it just for fun. By the end of 2025, I became the master
guy?
of my own destiny for the first time in a very long time. Instead of it being all about doing this and hitting this and having to do that, none of that applies anymore.
So then how did we spend all week asking our chat what we were supposed to play in order to entertain them and make money? Like, this is the back-to-back drivel that comes out of his mouth from day to day, and you're just supposed to ignore yesterday, I suppose. We're the master of our own destiny, but we can't play the games we want to play. We can't entertain the amount of people that we want to entertain. We're not making the money that we want to make. We don't even know what to play as a replacement to hit any of those goals.
Okay? So, great stuff, right?
Great stuff.
Absolutely amazing.
Of course.
And I'm just so happy that things have changed for the better. I really have. All right. I'm just very excited. Here's the hilarious part, because people always react to what I say.
Well,
Someone
obviously,
literally
that's what
just
chat's
posted
for.
in the Kick chat. Of course, it's the Kick chat. They go, down from the rafters, which is the account that I used to own in a mobile game.
Right.
Last active 25 minutes ago.
Uh-huh.
Are you retarded? I've been on camera
Are
for
you
25
retarded?
minutes and 5 seconds.
Okay, so when the account hasn't rounded up to 26 minutes yet, so it's like, 25 minutes and 25 seconds. There's the 20 seconds where he quit playing the game and then hit go live. Like, that's actually what I think is going on there. This quite literally proves what this person is saying, that the account went offline almost as soon as he went live and was on camera. That's the... All right, it's fine. He didn't piece it together. He doesn't really understand. So the activity shown on the portal is busted. Well, King of WWE
I'm
Champions,
not
you would
playing
know.
the mobile games anymore. I haven't been for a long time. I've been done with them. The fact that you just posted that in the chat proves that I'm not who you say I am, and
It does
all
not.
your shit is
Doesn't
bullshit.
do that at all.
Literally, like right there, it says I've been recording for
Uh-huh.
25 minutes
Doubling
and 33
down, by the
seconds.
way.
I've been broadcasting for 45 minutes, including setting up and chatting with everyone. I'm not sitting here playing mobile games. It's fucking impossible.
But it's not though. Like, I don't know how many different times I can say that I'm confused as to the way that he's piecing all of this together. Like, I just never get it, and if I said it every time, that would be the whole stream. So I guess I have to stop. My bad, guys. I don't want to be like the guy in Loop. I thank you, Medusa Jr. for the 2, saying, giving me the thumbs up, or to Urban Style Individual, H-Bomb, and I guess Atlas. Okay. Damn. All right.
So what are you talking about? You
Little shade
idiot?
on that, but
And this is
big
the
ups.
point I'm
I
making.
appreciate it.
None of this matters anymore. It used to be like the focal point of my existence on the internet is that people would talk about this nonsense. But now it's literally only the content farmers. All right? Literally, that's it. They're the only ones who care, them and their defunct, mouth-drooling audiences. That doesn't affect me.
Defunct?
It doesn't. More people are giving
Hang
me
on.
a chance to
Let
come
me
check me
define
out honestly.
defunct.
Just take
I'm
a look
not-
at the stream
I'm
and
not
see if you like
convinced.
what you see. And if you do, stick around. And if you don't, that's fine.
Defunct, having ceased to exist or live, having finished the course of life, dead, deceased, no longer in effect or use, no longer operating. Okay, so then it doesn't, that word doesn't work there. For any of my linguists out there, I know you were you were worried about that. You would have already have known the answer, but
at least you give it a
it
shot.
doesn't make sense.
Now, I know that I'm never going to
Not a
blow up
proper
and become
word to use.
viral and be a big content creator again like I was back in the day.
Yeah, we all
But
died.
at the same time, I have no aspirations
Well,
to do
I
that.
am a skeleton.
I just
want
to be me. I just want to chill, have a good time,
just want to chill and have fun.
enjoy
with it.
games, interact with you, and make a living doing it. That's all I ask. I'm not asking to be rich and famous. I'm not asking for big collabs. I'm not asking to get everything for free and become a millionaire and drive a Lamborghini around Renton, Washington.
Okay,
All I'm saying is,
whoa, buddy, with the docs. I don't. We're name dropping the city. Jesus Christ, why are we?
I just want to have a nice, safe, solid, enjoyable life and chill with you guys.
Very particular way we're calling it out
and
there.
make a living doing it. I think that's not too much to ask for the amount of time and effort that I've put into this. And you guys have shown me that. Like, basically by the end of 2025, what I saw is that if I stayed the course, I ignored the white noise nonsense.
Fuck is even
and I
that?
just kept doing what I'm good at, that people would see the light. And eventually by the end of the year, with Asmongold getting wind of me, getting harassed by people on the internet, giving me a chance for an interview, and finally allowing me to be seen in a positive light by a new group of people. Basically, that big kind of shroud that was on my shoulders was lifted. It's almost like I had a
the shroud that was on his shoulders. Usually, it's like a weight or like a boulder or some sort of like crushing force. The shroud that was, I guess, big up Shroud. I guess some pretty terrible gaming takes. I also like that we said, Asmongold caught wind of me. Like Asmongold hasn't reacted to DSP in the past in any capacity whatsoever. It was only recently when they decided to do a stream together that Asmongold got wind of him. All of the negative things that he said about DSP in the past are, I guess, memory hold and retcon. That is what helps fit the narrative here, that it shined a light on him in a very positive way that totally changed the entire internet's attitude towards him, as all collabs that he does do, of course. That's why he's so well liked. Thank you, Waveman Ronan, for the 25, whatever that currency is. I'm not familiar with the P and the 2 lines through. I'm uncultured that way, but I appreciate any and all currencies, of course. They're all meaningful to me. Thank you, Waveman.
And the cross, I was able to drop the cross and say, now we can just move on.
Sorry. I don't want to. Oh, that's Polish. Big ups to the Polish currency. Poke dollars, we're going to call them. Big ups. I appreciate it. I want to run it back for literally comparing ourselves to Jesus Christ here. Just a few days after, of course, the birth, known as Christmas. Starting the new year with a new biblical comparison.
Was
very
lifted,
Roman
it's
Catholic.
almost like I had a cross to bear. All right. And the cross, I was able to drop the cross and say, now we could just move on. And that's exactly what it's been for the last month and a half.
Oh, it's
Seriously,
Philippines dollars?
We just don't have
Whatever
to
you
deal with
say.
the nonsense anymore. We're good. It literally doesn't matter what people say or do or how toxic or negative they are. As it's outside of this realm of this stream and this content, so who cares? Let them.
Yeah, I definitely prefer his Job comparison. I don't like the Jesus comparison with the cross. I much preferred his Job analogy.
Continue to content farm and be miserable.
I
Because
like
here's
Job
the truth.
and
Those people are miserable.
Jesus for real.
I want you to think about something. All right, really now, matter of factly think about it. If you want something to be clip farmed, this will be what they're going to clip farm. So get ready for this. Okay.
Okay. By the way, we've already clip farmed something I wish he would take out of his vernacular. But again, I want whoever put that into his vernacular to be beat to death in Morrowind. I'm sick and tired of it. It has to go again in Morrowind. But we've already clip farmed for 14 and a half minutes up to this point. But just now we're starting the good part, I guess.
Every single day I come to stream, I get to sit down and hang out with an awesome audience of people who are like-minded to me. They like video games. They like chilling. They like hanging out. They like having a good time. I get to enjoy different games every day. Sometimes it's an RPG. Sometimes it's an FPS. Sometimes it's a fighting game. Sometimes it's a puzzle game. Sometimes it's a driving game. Sometimes it's just a chill experience. Whatever it is, it's a good variety of content, so I never get bored. And I get a good audience for each kind of content that I create. Every time that I sit in this chair, I feel refreshed and happy that I get to make content that people care about and depend on every day. People say
Depend on. People are depending on him sitting in this chair. Sure. Whatever. However he wants to define the word depend. I mean, depend on making them guffaw in disbelief that somebody this retarded could exist in real life. That sure, I guess, whatever. But I really have to press X to doubt on the every time I sit in this chair, I feel refreshed. How many times have we started a stream or pre-stream with? I'm sorry. I tried to hold back a cough. How many times have we sat in this chair and immediately let out a sigh and we're upset and we're, guys, I've had a couple of days in the last couple of days were not good for me. It's been really tough. Got some things going on in the back. I'm just chilling today. I don't want to, no toxicity. How many times have we done that? But we're supposed to believe he's refreshed every day when he pulls up with as low energy as he constantly is. All of the constant and instant berating and anger that he, like I said, instantly shows up as soon as something doesn't go his way. He's refreshed. I'm not buying it. Thank you, Medusa Jr. for the 2, saying this stream is sponsored by Depends Adult Diapers. Well, big ups to Depends. I'm not an avid user, but I have known some elderly folks in the past who have had, some accidents, some difficulties in that area. And I think that they would speak very highly about that. So big ups Depends, of course, our sponsor for today. Thank you, Medusa Jr. for linking us up with that sponsor as well. Real friend of the channel.
I'm one of the most dependable content creators out there, and I'm absolutely excited for that. I want people to feel like DSP Gaming is a place you can come just enjoy games at face value and have a good chill time and not have to worry about any of that drama.
Well, I wasn't going to name drop him Invisible Mute.
Literally, we don't let that drama and crap affect us. Instead, we're just here to chill and have a good time and actually unplug from the drama of the real world when we're here together, right? Now, it's not to say that we ignore it all. If there's gaming news or whatever, we'll cover it and we talk about it.
Use code ALT
we're just here to enjoy each other's company and have a great positive time. That's what I like. So I want you to think about that environment, all right, where every day we're just here and we're really positive and enjoying everything that we're doing. Now I want you to think about the drama farmers.
Okay, that's us, by the way.
Out there. Literally every day, they have to go down into the trenches of the filth of the internet. They have to find a new person that embarrassed themselves. They have to find a new toxic thing that happened. Someone got arrested. Someone exposed themselves on stream. Someone's on drugs. Someone's abusing their kids. I want you to think about those topics.
Okay.
And this is their experience of what they have to do on the internet every day.
When you make it sound like that, as somebody who does work that other people probably would not volunteer to do as a living, playing in trash, by the way, it kind of sounds like a noble and honorable profession to go into the trenches and bring to light, like, not important topics, because they are lolcows at the end of the day, but like bring to light some of the nefarious goings on of these individuals and allow the light to disinfect in that way. Like, he's kind of, like I said, he's just making it sound even more noble than you would even want to call it as somebody who, I guess, does this. I'm a drama farmer myself, I suppose. So, like, it's kind of doing the exact opposite of what I think he's trying to do here. Yeah, like Chris Hansen. Imagine Chris Hansen, who has to delve into the trenches and the filth of all of these sick pedos that are out there, and he has to deal with them in all of these chats, and he has to read this and confront them. Fuck that, am I right? Well, I don't think so. I don't think so at all.
They're literally in the trenches of garbage.
Right, yeah, actually,
trash,
real.
The bottom of the barrel. And this is their existence every single day.
Right.
Now, they present themselves as if they're above it, but in reality, those kinds of people aren't above anything. If all you do is involve yourself with garbage, guess what you are? Garbage.
Oh.
Because the only way that you can ever get anything positive out of anyone
I'm hurt. I'm broken.
is by making fun of other people on their worst day. If your best day of work is because someone else had a bad day, you're not doing anything meaningful whatsoever to a single person on earth.
Well, my best day was, of course, being married to my wife. Not to sound like a simp or anything, but that DSP would even think that detractors or trolls or misery merchants or drama farmers or whatever he wants to call them have so little going on that their best day is making fun of a DSP type or a Cyrax or whatever. It's a little of an inflated ego, if you ask me. I think it's a little delusions of grandeur style. Hop off your horse, buddy. I thank you, Dune Messiah, for the 5, saying you are a Winston Rothschild III style individual working in sanitation. The fuck is Winston Rothschild III? I'll look him up. Is this a robust individual or is this an insult?
Everything would still
find out.
continue. I want you to think about this. If tomorrow I decided I would never stream again,
the hero of waste management?
There would have been an entire ecosystem of people who would say, Phil's gone. I can't believe it. So I can't watch his content. I can't enjoy it, or I can't make fun of it.
This is a compliment.
I can't
appreciate
I can't
it.
drama farm it.
For those interested, Winston Rothschild is the sole owner and employee of Rothschild Sewage and Septic Sucking Services, an enthusiastic entrepreneur with an unshakable get-up-and-go attitude and a poor sense of smell. Yo, it is me! Holy shit, I also have a poor sense of smell. Winston is constantly looking for ways to promote his services. I don't do that. I don't want to bother you guys with it, but yo, big ups. I guess I appreciate the compliment.
An entire ecosystem of thousands, if not tens of thousands, if not even hundreds of thousands of people would say, damn, DSP is gone. Now there's a gap. And that sucks. It's leaving a void in content creation on this planet. If the drama farmer content creators disappeared tomorrow,
right,
no one would give a shit because they would say, oh, well, move on to the next, because they're all disposable.
Well, that goes for any amount of content that people watch on the internet. You would say the same thing about DSP, and I do. On days that he's not here, on Saturdays when I'm done streaming, instead of going to watch the insufferable pre-stream and putting on his gameplay in the background while I play video games myself and make fun of him with friends, I just watch something else. Every content creator on YouTube is pretty indisposable in a content, way. Not in real life, of course. I don't wish that on anybody, but you get what I'm saying here. He's not like drama farmers aren't unique in this aspect, and really neither is he.
They're all meaningless people because all they do is keep generating and propagating this same toxic content. They're a dime a dozen. Anyone can do it. Anyone can be good at it. Anyone can make money doing it. And honestly, doing that is the easy way out when you have
If I said
no
indisposable,
talent.
I meant disposable. My bad.
That's exactly what it is.
Get it,
if
Chief?
you have absolutely nothing positive to offer the planet, you become a toxic drama farmer. And then you make crappy videos about people, degrading them, saying they did things they didn't do, restreaming them and copying their content without legal permission, sitting there and saying that they actually didn't said things that never happened, but you spin it for your own purposes so you can get clickbait and morons will throw you money. That's the worst level of content on the internet, and that is something that I am not going to be involved in anymore. I want you to—
Is that the worst level of content on the internet? I mean, have you seen have you seen the things that like I keep mentioning him because he really is just the bottom of the barrel scum of the earth in every capacity. Like Cyrax, it's pretty tough to beat that out. Bro literally preys on children. Like I don't know that you can really compare making fun of somebody on the internet to that, but I guess DSP, if you put him on the same level, that's up to you. Shout out Lord Kane for the 5, saying every day is my best day. What we can say is that we are shining light to these people to not become these folks. You could say we're being positive. Yeah, I would argue as much. I would say bringing a light to that, like I said, sanitizes it in such a way and brings it to the light. But
to understand that, yes, there was an experiment
out to the guy
that had to happen. We had to go through it. We had to grow from it. And I feel like we have. I feel like we've been in the trenches of the slop. We've seen what the slop content is.
Beyond the regular, in the trenches of the slop.
Other end, and there's still all these people in our tail
crazy
view,
job
our
description
rear view, who are stuck back there, who are going to be stuck there because that's all they can ever do. I said it before and I say it again. Once you put the clown makeup on, you can't ever wash it off. So once you
Uh-huh.
degrade yourself to be that's who you are, you're the drama farmer, you're the person who's a defamatory content creator.
But it's okay, but it's only defamatory if you're out here lying. And I genuinely believe a lot of the conclusions that we come up with on DSP, just based off of his behavior, I think they're pretty rock solid conclusions oftentimes. Thank you, Medusa Jr. for the 2, saying sponsored by Medusa Jr., Gorgon Attorney at Law. Well, a shout out our second sponsor of the day, Medusa Jr., Gorgon Attorney at Law. Make sure if you have any sort of claims that you need claimed, that you go there. Obviously. Again, use code UNKINSIDER at checkout and you'll get 15% off.
You're done. You're now stuck doing that endlessly. And you can never, ever recover. If any of them ever wanted to be a serious creator of any kind, no one would give a crap because they've already degraded themselves to be with the toxic stuff forever. So I'm so happy that I refused to do what I was told. I didn't ditch everything
Except for
that
when
I
he
loved.
did do
I
it.
didn't give up and throw in the towel and say, forget games. It's time for drama. This is what's prominent and popular now. Because that's the easy way out for pussies. When you're a coward, when you're a pussy and you have no talent, you give up on what you love. And instead, you just do what's easy and you take the easy paycheck.
You guys remember earlier in the stream where we gave up on all of those games that we were loving and then we were looking for other games to play so that we could make easy money and easy attendance? Yeah, me either. I totally forgot about
Never
that
done
part.
that. I've never taken the easy paycheck. I never took the big sponsorship deals. I never took the games for free that I could have back in the day. I could have got so much when I was a prominent YouTuber, and I said no. Because if I do that, I will change as a person. My content will not be genuine. I refuse to play that game. And so many went that route. So many went the route of the shill and the sellout. So I already forewent that path. And then last year, the path presented itself.
I'm sorry, what? I already wait, what?
Game. And so many went that route. So many went the route of the shill and the sellout.
Uh-huh.
So I already forewent that path. And
he
then last
forewent
year,
that
the
path,
path presented
okay.
itself, the root of drama.
Except he just got that game for free the other
And
day,
I said,
but it's
I'm
fine.
not going to do that either.
Just don't look at it.
I'm going to march to the beat of my own drum. I'm going to do my thing, and I'm going to persevere. It might be hard, and it might be a bloody battle, but I'm going to persevere through all of this crap, and we're going to come out better, stronger, wiser, and overall, I think people will see at the end of the day that this was all for the best. Ladies and gentlemen, today is January 1st, 2026. I'm Darkside Phil Burnell, and I can tell you, it was all for the best.
Penitent Sin asking, what the fuck is this war speech? Dude, this is our first rant of the year. We had to make sure it was a good one. That anybody tuning in for the new year is going to know that there's I dare to call it a resurgence, that there's a new attitude on the table from the guy. Of course, it's the same attitude, but we're revamping it with more words and more retcons, newer copes, newer seeds. You're not going to believe it.
We've done it. We are past all of it, and now we could just move forward positively with games.
He practiced
and
this in the
fun and a
mirror.
great
I believe
community.
that. I definitely
As much
believe
as
that.
the people who are upset because they're stuck back there in the drama slot are with that. It's a harsh reality for them to see. You don't fuck with Darkside Phil because you're never going to win. I'm always going to be here. I am the rocks against which the waves crash, and you may erode me, and I might get older, and I might lose some hair, and I might get gray in the face, and I might get droopy fucking jowls, and I may,
Always had those.
have weak
Has
knees, and I
nothing
may
to
have
do
less
with
energy,
detracting.
but I'm still here. It doesn't matter what you say and do. It doesn't affect me.
But like again, he's doing the exact opposite of what he thinks he's doing here. He's actually outright telling the entire internet, yes, you can beat me up, beat me down, call me names, belittle me, ruin my business, insult my family, and make everybody on the entire internet dislike me and think negative things of me. But I'm always going to be here so that you can continue to do that. And those of you that make money and enjoy doing this and laugh at this, I'm always going to be here for you to do that. Well, that sounds like a good goddamn deal, doesn't it? I mean, if you told me, that your favorite food was going to be there indefinitely, no matter how much you ate it, and you could always come back for more whenever you wanted it. I mean, that sounds like a good, like I said, a good deal. There's no negative on my side of this.
I'm going to be here every day that I want to for as long as I possibly want to. I'm the one who determines if I turn the stream on and off. I'm the one who determines the content I put out on that stream. And I will be the one to determine the final day that I decide to make content, because I will always be in control and there's absolutely nothing you can ever do about it. So sit and spin on it.
Oh, can I do tricks? I'm a little bit of a show off.
All right. So
sounds good.
that's what I got out of 2025. Because
Yeah, the victory
I
sip, you love
stayed
to
with
see
my
it.
own
He really got him.
way of thinking. I stuck to my guns. We came out of it in a very positive way. And I'm very happy
I
that
agree.
we did. And now here we are.
Very positive.
And we can now move on for the better this year, because we've got a lot of good stuff in store this year. Trust me. We're going to talk about some of those changes right now, some of the positive things that I have in store for all of you. But before we get there, let's go ahead and let's do some shout outs, because there's been some contributions
Of
here that I've been
course, gotta do
ignoring
our shout outs.
when I was going through the topic. Okay.
Going through the topic. You mean when you were just rambling your monologue that nobody asked for? Kind of fucking wild to call that a topic. Jesus. Thank you, Iviga, for the 2, saying, make fun of his wife. He'll still be there. Oh, I will. And he told me he would be there. So I'm depending that he's gonna be there next week, of course. When we come back for the Atlas stream. Thank you for the 2, Iviga. Scrappy CC with the 2, saying Comcast determines when he's online. That is true. He's not a master of his own destiny, really, in any capacity. He doesn't decide the games. He doesn't decide how much money he's making. He doesn't decide when he can and can't stream, where he can and can't stream. He really is at the behest of everybody else that's involved, whether it be his ISP, the platform that is YouTube or Kick, his viewers. Like, he is actually on his hands and knees at everyone's behest all day long, every day. And that's the life he's designed for himself. He does literally control nothing other than the live button. And there's a potential that the live button not work some days, like when his ISP pulls it. Thank you for the 2, Scrappy CC. And Jordan Fadeaway with the 2, saying, not gonna lie, so glad he quit Battlefield 6. It's too smart for him. Well, he didn't have pre-established allies, you see. And all of you fucking idiot dunce mouth droolers that are in his chat asking him to play Battlefield 6 instead of Call of Duty need to get fucked. He's not gonna do it. It's not gonna be fun. It's not gonna be engaging. And you're just trolling. So get him out of here. Ban World, obviously. Thank you for the 2, Jordan Fadeaway.
So let's go. First of all, we've got Soul at 2 a.m. with a $2 super chat, who says, is that a Portal hoodie? Also, Happy New Year. It is. So I'm glad that you called it out there, Soul at 2 a.m.
I like where it cut at. I think that's really fitting. I'm glad we did not get the nonsense fucking Portal drivel. I'm tired of it, because he talked about it like 3 days, or not 3 days in a row, but like he talked about it 3 times on the one stream. I swear to God, it was so obnoxious. People kept coming in and being like, DSP is what's on your hoodie, bro? That looks really robust. I love it. I swear they were doing it just to get a reaction and make him fucking talk about it again, which I hate, by the way. Thank you, Gentao76 for the 5. Saying Phil will always be trapped in a personal hell of his own creation. And that's the way he prefers it. The Snort Fort is his personal hell, but it's just the right temperature that it's making him sweat just the way that he's always known. And as long as that's what he's known, he's happy with it. He's just comfortable that way. So here's our last, what I'm going to deem a wage quit. I don't think that Tainted Grail comes back. Somebody was saying in chat earlier that it's on thin ice because of the lack of support, but this is the 3rd time he's played it. He did it on a day stream, and then a night stream, and it's just not working out. The people just aren't liking it. So we're gonna wrap up today with another bitch session the following day after that rant. This, like I said, very, very great. And yes, the Patrick boos are already in the chat. They were spamming them all day long for COD. He was throwing a fucking fit about it, and he's going to continue to throw a fit about it in this clip. I I woke up this morning
And
to
then quick
this
save, right? Okay.
and couldn't
I'm almost
believe
out of
I had
quick
to
save spots already.
I had to download another clip of him whining and crying for today so that we could talk about it. I thought I had enough. Like we were just blessed with an abundance
Yeah, I think
for the
only have
first stream of
100.
the
I think we're
year.
at 80 something already, so I might have to change my strategy up here and delete a whole bunch of saves.
Thank you, Magic Short Bus, for the 2, saying they may take our
Wow,
chair,
good, like,
but they
no
never
damage.
take our chill. And that's the way
I
that it
pressed the wrong
should
button.
be. It's
I don't think there's
The
enough
chill-
enemies here. Damn, I died instantly.
damn, he died. The chill is an integral part to the stream. Like I said, it's all that we can pitch our fucking wagon to. That is the stream. It's the only thing that we can offer is chill. Thank you,
Welcome, Moon and
Vaporware
Star. I
336,
have prepared a place for you.
for the 24 months. That's 2 entire years. You said so yourself. I really appreciate 2 whole years. And you're doubling / tripling his stream numbers. Well, thank you for calling it out. Now they're going to go down immediately. That's another Tangeray bottle scold, 6 stream, 1 winged skeleton. Well, thank you for all of the kind words. I really appreciate your 2 years.
This doesn't work.
Big
Basically,
ups,
my staff kind of sucks. My staff is not good enough to do this build. Like, the build is supposed to be constant magic use while you get mana back, but it's not really working. Okay.
Oh, I know M. Bode was asking why he had a sword the other day on his magic build. This was
How's this guy
specifically
shooting me
left in
perfectly
for
fine?
you.
Look at this! Dude,
It's because his build is trash and he doesn't have enough MP regeneration. That's why he's got the sword and relies on melee still. If you're still here, the question has been answered.
he hit me with every single... He hit me with every single arrow. What?
Huh? They're better than me?
He hit me with every single arrow
AI?
in the dark from that distance. That's ridiculous.
By the way, this game does have a mechanic where at night the enemies are more powerful, they take more damage, and I believe they are more accurate. Like their AI is just gooder. I don't know that part for certain, but that was my assumption.
Oh, I dodged. You still got me. Where
Nice,
why am
nice.
I
Pin
stuck?
yourself
What am
up
I
against
stuck
that
the
rock.
What the fuck? I got stuck against that stupid rock.
Actually
And now I have no healing
backpedaling
left.
into a fucking rock, blame the game.
Well, I don't think I can do this mission right now. These guys seem way too tough for me. Yeah, this is insane. Look how many enemies there are. Are you kidding? Yo, there's like 30 guys in the fort. I can't do this. I can't do this right now. Nope. So I gotta hit the fast travel point and run, and then come back later. That. Look at this. Now there's a freaking wolf attacked me, and I'm stuck
Look at
against
this.
the wall. I'm in
2
look at this,
encounters
look at
back to
I'm dead.
back.
What is going on here?
He's running into just
even know where I
fucking
am.
static objects. Blame the game.
What the hell is this? Are these ghosts? These are ghosts. I'm dead. All right, forget it. I'm just going to get out of here. I'm just going to run, and I'm going to come back later. This is obviously way too difficult at this point. What's going on, Dreambert? How's it going tonight? Welcome to the stream. Anyone who's just joining us in progress here, welcome. It is Tainted Grail chill streaming tonight. We're
Yo,
gonna see how this
Kick
game
Chat's
works as a
not
late night
having
chill
it.
stream. Lots of interaction, lots of hanging out, and enjoying the open world vibes of the game. And if that's what you're here for, you're in the right place. If you do like tonight's stream, I would ask if you could engage with it by liking the stream. I would appreciate that. If you're watching this on demand, if you could like the video and leave some comments what you think about the game, I'd appreciate that. And also, obviously, if you can support the stream tonight, that would be amazing.
Obviously, guys, we're at
Ways to support our super
$17.
chats and memberships on YouTube, kicks and subs on
Which is
Kick, or a tip
crazy.
via PayPal, which you can do by typing exclamation point tip into the chat. Or if you're watching on demand, you can actually look at the description of any video and you'll find that link to get to my PayPal, okay? Okay, thank you. Again, if you guys are enjoying, please support the stream in some way. So many ways to do so, and I appreciate that. If we get a good
I'm sorry,
a
hang on.
good
Let me run
audience
it.
tonight
Let me
and
run
good
it
support
back.
tonight,
I want to. These begs are 12 minutes apart.
okay, thank you. Again, if you
12
guys are enjoying, please
minutes.
support the
It is,
stream.
yeah, it's actually nonstop when he plays this game, and then he wonders why nobody's giving fucking money for it. He's begging 12 minutes apart, and then telling you he only asked for money a couple of times over the course of 3 hours or whatever. That's insane.
So many ways to do so, and I appreciate that. if we get a good audience tonight and good support tonight with that engagement, I will continue to play the game. So let's see what happens. This is definitely a test stream. See how this goes.
This is a test stream. 3 sessions into this game, and we're still testing it out.
Like the video, leave some comments, all right? Perhaps support if you can after the fact. I would appreciate that. And I'll see you all for the next part. Cool.
I agree. The dead board does need to go.
Pee, so I'm going to do that. For the record, I'm
It
literally
actively
ignoring
ruins the
kick chat 'cause
flow of the
there's no reason
stream.
to acknowledge any of the nonsense. Like, if someone actually tags me in kick chat and says something pertinent to the stream, I'll address it. Everyone else, I'm just going to ignore. Like, there's no reason to pay any attention to the children there. Okay?
The
But
children
as for you
there.
guys,
There's no reason to listen to the children there, but the children on YouTube, of course, they get priority. It's weird when you really look at the words and the way that he decides to articulate himself. There's weird conclusions you can come up to.
on YouTube, thanks for chilling. Thanks for engaging and supporting tonight. So here's the deal. Take a look at where we are on the leaderboard. We're at 32 bucks of support, and the stream has been on for nearly 2 hours. I have an hour left of gameplay. So I would argue we have a decent engaged crowd for the game on YouTube and no one at all on Kick, but you can't really help that Kick is apparently just demented tonight. Okay?
Demented, yes.
But
yes.
there's no way that I
He's
can keep
Jesus
this in
and
the
they're
rotation if we're going to have
demented.
$30 nights. Just being frank with all of you. All right? So let's see what happens tonight. If more people engage in support by the end of the stream the next hour, I'll continue and consider keeping it in the rotation on a night stream. If it doesn't go well in the next hour, we're done with this game. This is now the 3rd attempt. You know, it's not like, oh, I tried it once, I tried it twice. This is the 3rd attempt. And
Yeah, shout out Frank.
Again,
I love when he bees Frank.
I'm having good fun exploring and doing this stuff, but I can't make the audience like the game. Okay? So let's see how it goes in the next hour or so.
Got an hour to bring it back,
And, I'll be back
folks.
in just a minute.
Please.
I gotta pee. Be right back.
I'm begging.
4 hour of Tainted Grail. Let's see how it goes. If things pick up and we get more engagement and support, I'll play it again. If it just stays as it is right now, then this is it for Tainted Grail. The thing is, I like it.
This is why I'm saying Tainted Grail is dead. This is a wage quit. He's already set up the parameters. It doesn't really get better than this. There's not going to be a huge influx of money. Not that I recall seeing. But again, I did just listen to this morning while at work.
I
Slightly
would like
distracted.
to continue with it, but that is just my feeling. It doesn't mean that that's going to be represented by the people watching. I'm not streaming for me. I'm streaming for us. It's as much of a hobby as it is my job. So I have to do things that people want. All right? So
All
if
right.
you like Tainted Grail,
Real quick, Flatman B Dented Real, of course, in the YouTube chat. This is one of the YouTube children saying, "Hey, Cup Rattler, Cat is at Tyrone's getting pounded now. Yes, Tyrone, pound me. Yes." Don't clip that. Hashtag don't hit me, Jaha. Hashtag cat's been gone. Hashtag gout crystals. Hashtag snort sags. Hashtag liver spots. Hashtag divorced. Hashtag lips macker. So there you go. Very robust YouTube children, of course. That's the audience that we placate to and that we want
if
around.
you're enjoying the chill vibes, you want to see more of this game, then please support this stream. Okay? All right, let's continue. Trespass? Why am I trespassing? What the hell are you talking about? Well, these guys are going to have to get their asses whooped then.
No fucking damage. Holy shit, buddy. We're gonna be here all
Stuck, I
day.
don't know why. I'm going to die now. I get the feeling I wasn't supposed to do this. I have no idea what happened.
I can't believe how little damage he
I
was.
trust you to know what should be shared and what's best kept to yourself.
I don't know what kind of madness brought you here, flashing that pin, but my friend's right. You've got courage. So tell me, who are you, and what do you need from me?
Oh, for the record, Dunsfelter, no one who I banned tonight should ever be unbanned, ever. Forever. They were all in here saying horrible things. It wasn't them spamming the emo. 'cause
Literally
everyone's spamming the
banned,
thumbs down
gone
emo, I
forever.
ignored. But there were people in here saying ridiculously awful things to try to get attention, and I personally banned the ones who were the worst. So do not unban anyone under any circumstance who I banned tonight. They don't deserve it. They're just horrible people.
They're just horrible people, flat out. The things that they were saying immediately removes any sort of positive characteristics that they might have on other spaces on the internet or even in real life. They're completely failed morally now because they said something negative about the guy, obviously. And I see some of you calling him out in chat that he is his build is garbage. He's incredibly weak for the end of Act 1, and I do agree. I have played this act all the way through. He should be doing far more damage than that. He should be able to take more hits than one or two. I don't know if he just didn't play the side quests or didn't do enough of the like exploring and getting of treasures. I really don't know. I didn't watch the gameplay in its entirety. Apparently nobody did. But it's not supposed to play this way. This is not a good example of the game, obviously. That's all DSP
Are you
gameplay,
conspiring
though.
with one eye?
Conspiring? Don't be obsessed.
Magma did another $5 super chat. He says, your trolls' criticisms are woke narratives like crying that it's racist for mild jokes. No, they don't actually have a narrative. Their
we have a
narrative is
million
everything
narratives,
that I do
I
is
thought.
wrong, so they have content to farm. That's it. It has nothing to do with it actually being racist or sexist or political or extreme. Everything is just wrong because I
Definitely
said,
says some shit that's out of pocket.
they complain.
I mean, be my guest. I just think it's wild to do it
jokes
publicly,
like I used
you
to
know?
and say that my commentary is boring, but then they say I'm also still racist. Well, what are you talking about? Yeah, I used to make general racial jokes in my content before, over a decade ago. I don't anymore. So what are you talking about? So I just don't care. None of this makes any matters to me. Okay.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
You just keep track of it and have a cope at the ready. Makes sense to me. Thank you, Warren Sapper, for the 5, saying, apparently, in their infinite wisdom, YouTube has determined the following message too obscene to super chat. Oh, that one that I just read? Well, that would be an odd decision to make. Thank you, Warren Sapper, for the 5 and your very, very obscene message.
It's that simple.
Wow. Damn, I could just say I don't like traitors die.
I was afraid you might not be as smart as I hoped you were.
Why would you pick that option?
I was supposed to know there was someone else in the room.
Yeah, he was in the
noise?
cutscene originally, buddy. That's awful, by the way. That's terrible. I don't think it's supposed to do that. But he's seen how much damage he was doing outside in the combat before he went into that building. To then decide to instantly try and aggro to the very clear, more main character style enemies there is kind of fucking retarded. Like, it's just bad game sense. He's just can't put 2 and 2 together.
I'm screwed. Unless I do it from here again, but look, it's gonna start the fight. There's a million guys in here. There's literally no way to do this. It auto-saved after the choice. So now my playthrough is screwed unless I replay like 10 minutes and have to sneak back in, I think.
Still standing.
Oh my god. This is like impossible. I killed the guy, but now this is so ridiculous. Now there's nowhere to do it. I have to load from here, I guess, and re-sneak and everything. Oh, okay, it didn't re-sneak, it's just the whole dialogue. I don't know what you mean. All right, well,
all right,
it
guys.
is what it is. It's another. It really is another metaphor for me.
Another metaphor. I'm not talking about
in this case
linguistically. We're talking about
there's tons of other things we can be doing.
The game,
like
of
for
course.
example, all right. First of all, next week, even if we don't play Tainted Grail again, we've still got Expedition 33, Arc Raiders, Pokemon ZA Legends that are all and RimWorld. We have 4 games that are working. We have Call of Duty, which I'm going to try as a night stream next week and see how that works. We've got a new game coming out next week in Code Violet, and there's other games as well that people have asked me to try, like little night streams or whatever. You know, maybe we could try another random game next week. Let's see, I guess. But I don't know. I really tried hard with this one. I
really
tried to get people to like it. I don't know.
He tried so hard that he, you know, did a terrible job and really had nothing to say and was just confused, both spatially in the game as well as narratively and mechanically, in basically every capacity that you could be confused in a game. But he definitely tried, you guys. He tried to make it entertaining. Just didn't come out that way. Nothing he could do. Time to just sit here and leer at the chat. Hang on, we got to move our whole fucking monitor.
And now this, like all day, the kick chat has just been trolls and nothing else. There's been a small handful of normal people, but most people have just been trolling all day. So I'm trying
He's got
to
the
completely
moob shirt
ignore
on.
them.
Hell
See what
yeah.
I mean? I'm just trying to completely ignore them and judge the game of its own merits. And the game is good on its own merits. The problem is, again, when I play a game, my time is valuable. People always want me to do a million things, right? Right now, people want me to play more Rim.
Oh, apparently Warren Sapper's super chat earlier was trying to say that it was robust when he backed off of the cliff yesterday, and YouTube was seething about it and wouldn't let him put it in. There we go. Okay, great. Yeah, you had to break it up. YouTube wasn't having it. They were auto-moderating, and you were being felted.
Right? They want me to continue on with the playthroughs that I'm
Sorry,
doing.
I was
like
too
more
dented.
art
It
creators
literally wasn't
drops, so I
coming
can get
through.
better at the game and do things at a more rapid pace, because right now I'm doing things at a pretty slow pace in that game. They want me to get through Expedition 33's content, right? They do. It was waiting all year to play it. We're finally playing it.
Is
People
that
don't
what they
wanna wait
want?
Another 2-3 months to see me get to Simon. Everyone wants to see me get to this Simon boss in that game, right?
Is that what the people are
Pokemon.
demanding?
All right, in Pokemon Legends ZA.
They're waiting in the wings for this Simon boss. You Expedition 33 players, let me know. Is this what you've been clamoring for? You've been waiting all year for the Simon boss? Is this going to be the pinnacle, the zenith, if you will, of DSP gameplay?
Has been doing really well. Great streams, chill vibes, and we're nearing the end of that game. Okay? Everything, you know, right now, I'm absolutely enjoying my time here on streams with all of you. You know, notwithstanding the trolls today, the morons on Kick, okay? I'm not gonna really, you know, waste time on them. As you know, I just ignored them. And by the way, Dunsfelter, if you're here, so just so you know what's going on. So earlier today, I played Call of Duty, and every time I've been
Dude, giving your mods a live like recap of the nonsense that happened on the stream, like this is why you talk like he has a Discord for moderation, does he not? Does he not email these people or like I said, have PMs with them on Discord? We're going to do this live in front of everybody so everybody knows what's getting under his skin, so everybody knows what the expectation is moving forward. This is just so fucking stupid.
Playing Call of Duty,
it's like lolcat 101.
And they're purposefully spamming the chat with nonsense because they want me to be distracted and or to not have a good time. Like normally they would show up for Call of Duty because they think I'm going to suck. Well, since I started actually playing well in Call of Duty, they don't have anything to talk about anymore. So today they started basically being very toxic in the chat when I was playing Call of Duty. They started being very insulting. They started saying awful things, to which I said, if you guys are all going to act like a bunch of immature people, like monkeys throwing feces all around my chat, I'm just going to ignore all of you.
You guys are going to act like monkeys.
So then they all started thumbing down with the stupid packet emo and all of that. You know, their usual nonsense.
Saying you're
when they get
acting dumb.
riled up for no good reason. Basically what it is they're all showing the truth. Most of the people who are still in my kick chat.
And you see, he instantly jumps to the fact that they're riled up for no good reason. He instantly has thrown out any sort of issues or complaints that they had completely by the wayside and disregarded them as irrelevant or toxic or whatever the fuck. Instantly. Like, there's never a valid reason to give DSP shit in his eyes. Everything that you have to say is irrelevant and dumb.
Yeah, are holdovers from Kino Casino. They don't like me and my content, but they think it's their clubhouse to hang out and be stupid. It's not. Like, they can be there. I don't mind them. But if they derail the content, they're going to be treated like a child, like they're acting. You see? So they're coming into the chat and they're acting like that. This is happening all day. Like, this kept happening all day during Call of Duty.
Yeah, point it out, DSP. Literally pointing at it.
I just ignored it completely. And I kept playing Call of Duty. And today was actually a good stream of Call of Duty where I did well. I was actually doing much better than I had done in Black Ops 7 the entire year, basically.
That's
but
pretty sad.
They tried to.
Bro is going, like, I think the best The match I seen him do the best in, and again, I listened to this in the background. It was on a second or third monitor. It depends on which one I value more at the time. I think when I say the best I seen him do was 23 and 21. Genuinely. So just if that's the best you can do. And at one point he is playing hard point and he outright says, I don't even give a fuck about the objective. I'm just going to try and get kills. Fuck the objective. So like he's a detriment to his team. He's not helping them win. He's playing in really goofy and silly ways, like a melee only on big ass maps and running down the longest lanes and just being, like I said, a general detriment to his team in every capacity. And then has the audacity to be like, well, yeah, this is the best I've played all year, like all year. Insane.
Completely own and derail the chat. So then I come back tonight for this game and they're doing it again. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, nothing is happening. What are you upset about? They have nothing to be upset about. They're just upset to be upset because they think that they own the kick chat. They don't. So I mean,
they're running it. They might not own it, but they run it all
night. But the people who went out of their way to basically be very toxic, I had to ban. There was a bunch of them. They were saying horrible things about me and my wife and all kinds of fucked up stuff. I had to turn off some of the commands. Like I had to turn off the big ups command. I had to turn off.
We turned off the big ups command.
What was it? There's another command, like a lookup command or whatever. Two of the commands that you had created, I had to disable them because they were spamming the chat with them. Like no one could even.
We
talk
can't even fucking big ups anymore, you guys.
So those are disabled for now. I probably will turn them on again later, but I had to turn them off because these idiots were just acting like fool. You know. And the thing is, I didn't give any real verbal acknowledgement to any of it. I just
definitely
ignored it for the most part. For the day.
We saw it. We actually saw him call them children, say they're acting demented, say outright that he's going to continue to ignore them because they're acting like idiots. But yeah, sure, we ignored them.
And that's like,
obviously,
dude, if they're gonna act like that, what am I supposed to do, right? So anyway, the disappointment here really is that I wanted to have a good chill night with this game. I wanted to actually see if this game was going to do well, and no one could use Kick Chat at all tonight because of the way they were behaving. And on the YouTube side, half of them made accounts and went over there too, and that's exactly what Broden was just talking about, is that they're over there now with accounts trying to spam. Now that chat's controllable.
Oh, that's a YouTube
we have
child,
moderators and everything on there. You know what I mean? And there basically that one was more under control, but sadly, I just don't think the game's working out. I want feedback. Like I'll talk when we come back on Sunday. We'll talk about this on the podcast.
Bro, every fucking
we'll
game needs feedback. Can you guys? This is a genuine question. Please tell me in chat. Is there a game DSP is playing that is not requiring feedback right now? And you can't even say RimWorld because that entire game is going to be feedback hand-holding. Everything he does will be receiving feedback, so that does not count. I cannot think of a single game. Is he still playing Pokemon? I thought Pokemon was over. Did we not beat the fucking DLC yet? If so, okay, Pokemon. I thought we were done with that. I thought... Okay, people are saying Pokemon. Okay, cool. All right. Then I'm belted and dented or whatever. I'm seething. No, I'm seething. Pokemon is still our best game.
Schedule. We've tried it every slot, and it still hasn't worked. It's a combination of the trolls want to make sure this playthrough doesn't work because I got the game for free, and they want to ruin any opportunity that I get. So they've already harassed the game dev. Now they're going to harass my streams of it to try to make sure that it can't be successful. That's number one.
Had to bring that up again. Which just lets you know that he was really bothered by the fact that the developers were being harassed, as he likes to call it, when asked after on the Steam forums. It's just letting you know it did bother him, even though we tried to downplay it in front of Ethan Ralph.
Opportunities to try to derail entire nights and streams like this, and they're going to try to take advantage of that. You see, they did it with Call of Duty. Now they're doing it with this. It's fucked up, but what can I do? I mean, again, I'm a 43-year-old man, and my job is to entertain an audience. I can't pay attention to these idiots. I just have to ignore them.
I don't know what being 43 has to do with anything. Seems like a weird thing to call out specifically. But with that, it's the end of the stream. We've been here a while. I'm hungry. Got to piss. All of you were probably eating and pissing while I was streaming, so now it's my turn. It is lunch burrito time, and I'm very excited. I'm also very excited for tomorrow at 8 p.m. Stop me if you've heard this before. Ack the King. ALT better not cancel. I'm looking forward to at least watching a little bit of RimWorld, regardless of how early I do or don't have to go in on Monday. It doesn't matter. I want to see some heat RimWorld gameplay. All right. It'll take him like 100 years to fucking start too. He always wants to waste a bunch of time on the night stream. But anyway, make sure ALT doesn't cancel. Act the King tomorrow, 8 p.m. If I don't see you there, I hope you have a safe and blessed rest of your week, including at work, even if you hate it. Big ups for stopping by.